Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest one-man show in the history of all mankind. This is the Dusty Smith Show, and you're very smart. You've tuned in to an excellent program tonight. How do I keep doing it, folks? It's like I'm magic. Got the Jesus in me. Got a long Chud watch tonight, as we do. Got a good size Beyond parody. Got 10 cats running around. It's crazy banana times always on here. Got some slow news week at the end. Little what the fuck in there somewhere. Big Beyond parody. Did I say that? Doesn't matter, because it's Beyond parody. But as always, gonna kick it off some religious bullshit. But folks, gonna read all the super chats at halftime. So get your super chats in early and often. It's the lifeblood of the show, so support the show with the super chats. Immortalize yourself forever and ever in the super chats. But for now, open your hymnals to page 1, because it's time for religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious motherfucking bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Boom! Title card, religious bullshit. Hell yeah! And starting us off on tonight's religious bullshit, it's totally straight. MAGA pastor Shane Vaughn, and he wants you guys to know that Joe Biden gave a speech with some kind of red lighting, which can only mean one thing: Satan!
Something hit him when he got up there. I know what that something was. The power of Satan himself. Yeah. Just like Senator Palpatine in Star Wars. Can barely walk until...
That was the dark side of the Force, dude. That wasn't Satan. There's no Satan in goddamn Star Wars.
Satan touches him, and then he becomes this rough and tough. But he's a coward without Satan's power.
Scaredy cat.
When he came there, the drugs kicked in, and he delivered a commanding speech. Oh, yes. By his standards. He started off real hoarse, but like a pro, he managed to get over it, fumbled over the first few words, and then Satan took over.
That's right.
Joe Obama spent weeks preparing this speech and the background. This was something that was set up by Satan himself.
Yeah, Satan was on the AV crew. He was out there fucking with the light. Satan got a lot of different jobs, Joe. He stays busy. That's a good work ethic there from Satan. Good on you, devil.
Something hit him when he got up there. I know what that something...
Already played that. But anyway, it was the devil. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit all the time with these motherfuckers. And then redundant Christian hate preacher, Steadfast, back again, folks. And you know why we make fun of this guy? It's not because he's the biggest, not because he's a homophobe, not because he's a giant piece of human excrement. It's because I'm jealous. Look how manly he is. Look how superior his genetics are to mine. I'm so jealous. Let's let him explain it to us.
I mean, how whipped do you think these guys are that their wives dragged them out to protest us?
That's right. How whipped are they, yo? How whipped are they? Their wives came out and protested us with them. They went somewhere with their wives. You'd have to be absolutely fucking cucked out of your goddamn brain to go somewhere with your wife. You control her. You tell her, Missy, I don't want to go boycott Steadfast Church for being homophobic. I want to watch sports.
Out to protest us. I mean, boy, did they have to go home to an earful. I guarantee they secretly agree with our doctrine. I guarantee they're sitting here thinking like, man, I wish my wife would treat me with respect.
Man, I wish my wife was cool enough to let me call for the murder of gay people. Totally. We're all like that, aren't we?
Make me pancakes for dinner if I asked. You know they are so envious. They're like, man, I wish my kids would be respectful to me.
Oh, God. No, I'm definitely not envious of your fucking kids, dude. They did study after study after study that show that childless people fucking happier, and I can attest to that. Seems nightmarishly hellish. Don't want to be you, fucko. No thanks.
Be respectful to me. I wish my kids obeyed me. I wish I had kids.
I don't wish I
I wish I had a spouse that didn't commit adultery and get monkeypox to me all the time. And AIDS and HIV.
What?
And every other disease known to man.
Is that how
I mean, because
is that literally how he sees people that are not in his church? Yeah, just your wife comes on, gives you monkeypox and AIDS, won't make you pancakes. Shh. Being an atheist sucks, apparently. Hey, Eric. My cat's fighting. I guess he's right. My cats are angry with me. I wish my cats were obedient and respectful towards me, like this motherfucker's cats clearly are.
you know, these people have to have the most miserable lives ever. I mean, some of them marry reprobates.
Yeah. I didn't marry anybody.
That's got to be a rough marriage. I mean, you think your marriage is rough. Think about being married to a reprobate.
I don't have no marriage, and it's amazing. I do what I want to it all the time. It's pretty cool, gotta say. If you get the opportunity, I recommend it. And then, is there any creepier human being on the face of the fucking earth than Kenneth Copeland? This guy's almost a billionaire. Just shows you how pathetic the earth we all stand atop of at the moment is, when this creepy son of a bitch can be a billionaire. But anyway, folks, did you know that the reason kids get shot in school was because, like, 50 years ago, one woman was demon-possessed, and because that she was demon-possessed, now kids are allowed to get murdered in schools? It just makes sense. It's all part of the infinitely wise and loving God's all-knowing plan. Let's have a look.
Devil has assignments. If you want to know what's happening in schools, go back to school.
I didn't get my assignment. What was my homework, devil? Was it to masturbate profusely? Way ahead of you, devil. I'm on it.
Okay, so when did the devil get a geographic assignment to kill children in schools?
The devil used one atheist woman, one, who had one son.
You heard up two fingers, dude.
One demon-possessed woman.
Just one. That's all it takes.
By the name of Madeline O'Hare.
Mm-hmm.
And her son. And Supreme Court people that didn't have what it took to stand up against her. Mm-hmm. And because of that one woman, today, we don't have Bibles in school. We can't pray in schools anymore.
You can't. How could anybody stop you from bowing your head and praying silently to yourself? Nobody will even know you're doing it, you lying fuck. Now, you're not allowed to force your Christian prayers on the rest of the students because of the separation of church and state thing in the Constitution, which you swear you love. But you can pray all you want to. You can have a Bible. You lie, motherfucker.
The devil used that woman to cripple our schools and open the door to the schools, and now the devil's going in there and killing children in schools.
That's right, devil going there, kidding all the fucking kids at the schools. You know, God is like a vampire. You think he might be everywhere he wants because he like omniscient, but no, he got to be invited in, folks. If you don't invite him into the schools, then he's helpless. But, of course, you guys also tell us that he is everywhere at once. So, according to Kenneth Copeland, he's just sitting there watching the kids get killed. And he's like, shh, because of the one woman 50 years ago, I had to let you get murdered. But I love you. I mean, I don't know why you would worship that monster, but you guys seem to be into it for some reason. And then Greg Locke, he back. He having his own little party. And they talk about masturbation, exorcism, y'all, and it's crazy as fuck. First off, did you know that in Africa, all kinds of crazy exorcisms are happening? And it's true, folks. We don't have any evidence. Luckily, it's happening in a place that doesn't have a lot of cell phones where we can record it. Weird how that worked out. But anyway, let's have a look to this motherfucker. Gonna explain it all to us. And this is super real, yo.
If you go to Africa, it's very common for witches to astral project over crusade fields and stuff like that.
What do?
And try to cause problems in the spirit. I've actually had a woman there that survived the genocide in Rwanda tell me a story of when she was doing a crusade. Witches would astral project in the air and pee on people in the crowd. They would think it was raining, but they were peeing. And I know that's hard to believe here in America, but it's true. And what they would do is they would catch them in the spirit in the name of Jesus, and their body would catch up in the air, and they would fall butt naked to the ground. Serious, true stories. It happens all the time overseas. But also, I don't know if y'all know a man of God named John Ramirez.
Folks, it happens all the time overseas where there's no cameras or anything. We can document this. I don't know why it doesn't happen in America where there's cameras everywhere. Probably the same reason that UFOs never abduct anybody like downtown New York or some shit where there's cameras everywhere. Same reason. They wait till people are outside in the fucking woods and shit all by themselves, you know? Just how an all-powerful God would set things up to be. It just makes sense, really, if you think about it.
It happens all the time overseas. All the time. But also, I don't know if y'all know a man of God named John Ramirez. He talks a lot about how he used to astral project even to non-praying Christians and afflict them. So what she's saying is very true. If you don't have a prayer life and a relationship with Jesus Christ, you can be an open portal to astral projection coming in. They can come right into your house and affect everything. So that's why it's important for us to have a prayer life. But astral projection is very, very real.
It's very, very real, folks. It's fucking Doctor Strange and the multiverse of madness around here. They put rings on and they're like, shoo, and then Wang, or what the fuck he names is, he opens up portals and the witch just flying around peeing on everything. It's real. You're the dumb one for not believing in it. Give this guy money. Stat. And then also, folks, they have some interesting ideas about masturbation that are true. Fuck you, they're true. Let's listen. Gotta click on it first. Let's listen now.
Now, these demons in Africa will try to kill the individual coming out. It ain't like our little American fluffy puffy demons.
Okay,
no.
I got a question. Why are American demons fluffy puffy? Why don't the horrible demons over in Africa come over here? Is there something about black folks that attract worse demons? Are the demons afraid of Americans? Like a Billy Idol song. Remember the Billy Idol song? I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of America. Remember that when he's in Labyrinth? And so anyway, I got questions, but please continue, Truth Teller.
Oh, man. Found out when I was there that he was with a girl who had took ownership of him in the spirit and couldn't go anywhere else. So the demon starts to come out the boy and is like, if I can't have him, because he's got a spirit spouse, right? If I can't have him, nobody will.
Wait a minute. Wait.
And
a spirit spouse? These spirits are fucking married and shit. I just hope it's not a gay spirit spouse, okay? Because that would be wrong in the eyes of God. So, all right, let me rewind a little bit.
Will. And the open door, you want to know where the entryway was?
In the butt?
Masturbation.
Oh, in masturbation. Oh.
If you look at porn long enough, or if you masturbate long enough, the thing you're imagining becomes in the flesh.
What? No, it doesn't. That's a fucking... Now, I know you're lying. I believed all the rest of it. I believed the peeing witches and the spirituals. I believed it all, but hell no. That ain't fucking true, because if that was true, I'd have fucked every grandma in the goddamn world by now. They'd be pouring through the portals, the sexy grandma portals. I'd be nailing Grandma Bush day in and day out if what you're saying was true. So I got to call bullshit on only that part, though. The rest of it, totally true. But that part... I don't know, dude. Think you might be off base a little bit. And then more masturbation talk from Vlad. And let's hear what he has to say about it.
Demons inside, they need to eat. And what they eat is garbage. What they eat is they need defiled things. They need things that are ungodly. That's why a person who has a demon of pornography living inside of them will say, like, something in me wants it. And if you grow in Christ, you will differentiate between your flesh that's been crucified 2,000 years ago and some kind of a living, rotten thing that wants to eat. And every single 3 weeks, it needs to be fed. It needs to see...
3 weeks? Did you mean to say 3 hours? Because if I don't have my grandma porn every 3 hours, I do get a little sexually hungry. So think you're a little bit wrong about the timetable, but the rest of it sounds spot on. Please continue, sir.
That pornography, it needs to have that drug because something in it needs to eat. And when you cast that thing out, you no longer have those cravings.
I mean, he's right. I don't have those cravings for like 2 or 3 hours, and then boom, they're back again. So, oh no.
Can tell you how many people we've seen delivered from the spirit of pornography. And after they were delivered from pornography, they no longer viewed pornography. I'm not saying if you watch pornography, it's a demon, but most likely it is a demon.
I'm not saying it's a demon, but it's a demon. Definitely, folks. So don't watch the porns or you're gonna have to watch porn again 3 weeks later? I don't know. That don't make no sense, dude. That's way, way, way sooner than that. You masturbate motherfucker. I think you know better. And one more, folks. On religious bullshit, Hank Kinnaman back, and I know you're thinking, hey, every time you show a Hank Kinnaman video, it's really fucking weird, where this time, it's not weird at all, folks. Blink, 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 blink.
I bring this 2020 election, I bring this illegal administration as a prophet to the court of heaven now for the righteous king.
This all makes sense.
Something is happening.
Something's happening. You're right.
Is happening.
Something is happening. Oh my God. It's happening. Over America right now. Something. Can't tell you what it is. Hoochie mama?
He put it on the boss.
You put it on somebody.
He tarra the baha.
He tarra the baha.
He tarra the baha. He tarra the baha. He tarra the baha. Matadana baha. Matadana baha. He put it a shibara. He press a cara de baha. He press to the baha. Oh, Sikaramaha. Mato.
Awesome, folks. Amazing. Definitely not weird and strange and creepy as fuck. That was super cool. And once again, I think everybody should go to like these Pentecostal churches, and they should wait for a few other people like to stand up and give like speaking in tongues a try and just listen. And then when they're done, you get up and stand there for a second quietly and then go, Das casino takafitsakashala. Domodosico. Das fazina takatisha. What are they gonna say? You just fucking speaking in tongues like God intended you to do. It's totally fucking normal. Oh no, that would be funny. Record that shit, and that is my religious bullshit. See what you guys gotta say. What's up, dirty, sexy pores? I love you. You sons of bitches. Totally normal, I know, right? Super cool. Too much? Never. Skibbity bop, bop, bop. Green eggs and hand grenades. What is that? I don't know. Anyway, ha ha ha. Yes, funny. Shiba tune defu fa. I understood every word, yo. Makes complete sense. Dusty's scary of me. I oughta. Dusty's scary, yo. I am the devil. I got the devil in my dick and some demons in my semen. Red Hot Chili Peppers. And now, folks, it's a section I like to call Queen is Dead as Fuck. She dead, yo. I know we all shocked that this old 90-year-old woman dead, but she is. Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth. Delete it. Belly up. And folks, I ain't gonna pretend like I know a whole lot about British royalty, because I generally just don't give a fuck. It's boring. I don't care. Meghan Markle, redheaded dude going I don't give a shit. Whatever. It just seems stupid to me, because like it's 2022. You guys still have royalty. I know they're like, Dusty, it's mostly ceremonial. I don't give a fuck. It's still stupid. You guys always preaching meritocracy, and yet you giving these people lots of money and these titles, these fucking important titles and positions just because the bloodline they're born in. It's just stupid. It's indicative of a primitive country, and that's coming from America. We're primitive as fuck over here. I can't talk. But anyway, people have mixed feelings about it, folks. Some people, a lot of them, all our big political leaders, acting all sad. Oh, she was the greatest woman who ever lived, blah, 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 blah. And then apparently other people pretty happy about it. Here's an artist rendition of her playing basketball with Kobe Bryant in heaven. And come on, Kobe, take it easy on her. Apparently he gave her a little head fake. She fell over. Oh, no. Did you kill her again, Kobe? God damn it, Kobe. I sort of respect that anyway. Play hard. But, man, Irish people seem a little overjoyed by it. They're chuffed, as they say somewhere, not here. But, like I said, I don't know much about British colonialism, but apparently Irish people think it was bad, I'm assuming, because they seem pretty happy about it. Here they are. They found out she was dead over there in some kind of stadium, and they were singing happy songs about it. Lizzie's in a box. So they not too happy. Guessing she didn't make herself very welcome to those people. And then, yep, apparently all over the place. Countries with indigenous nations pretty stoked about this. They like, yeah, what up? Bitch is dead. And apparently here's a artist recreation of what's going on in other countries now. And here's Ireland. Woo! Ireland all happy about it. Kenya stoked as shit. South Africa. Ooh, South Africa. Ooh, look at that butt on India. Shake it, India. Shake it. And England's like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all? She is our beloved queen. I dare y'all talk shit about our beloved queen. I don't give a fuck what happened to your countries and to your indigenous populations. I mean, name one bad thing British colonialism ever did. What's that? They murdered and oppressed and enslaved indigenous people and tortured. All right, name 1,000 things bad about. You can't do it. Gotcha. Anyway, apparently some university professor got out there and got in trouble. Dr. Uja Anya, a professor in the Department of Modern Language at Carnegie Mellon, went out there and said, I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating. Which seems harsh, but I'll allow it, because who gives a shit? Fuck her, right? And then Jeff Bezos, second richest man in the world, had to chime in. He was like, oh, no, you didn't besmirch the good name of my queen. What's wrong with you, Lex Luthor? She ain't your fucking queen. You ain't America no more. What's going on, man? Anyway, he like, this is someone supposedly working to make the world better? I don't think so. Wow, you ain't working to make the world better, Jeff Bezos. She wasted money going to space with your crooked-eyed ass. Anyway, she shot back and she's like, may everyone you and your merciless greed have harmed in this world remember you as fondly as I remember my colonizers. Oh, snap. So anyway, she deleted the tweet, and now they're going to fire her probably from Carnegie Mellon, because all the free speech absolutists who hate cancel culture are demanding she immediately be fired for expressing her First Amendment right to say whatever the fuck she wants to. But it's different when they do it, folks. It's different. So don't think about it and don't worry about it. And, know who else is super mad? Paul Joseph Watson with his dick sucking lips. He angry, y'all, because everybody making fun of the Queen. He's like, this is what anti-racists think about a 96-year-old woman, but love the world over. Not about everybody. Imagine what they think of you. Yeah, imagine what I could possibly think of Paul Joseph Watson. And I guess he's right, though. Anybody who would dare besmirch the good name of the Queen and the British royalty is pretty much a giant sack of shit. I just wish Paul Joseph Watson would have a conversation with Paul Joseph Watson.
Just wanted to share with you my excitement at receiving my invitation to the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebration, the bloodshed that the people who acted under this flag in our name have performed over the last several centuries is, of course, nothing to be patriotic about. This is what we've been fed by the establishment, that this gaggle of virulent parasites that call themselves the royal family, you know, are our supreme overlords. People think that when they display this Union Jack that they're somehow striking back against that assault on our bedrock of culture and patriotism. When in reality they're just reaffirming their subjugation to this ruling elite which despises their very existence.
I mean, that seems sensible and all, but you might want to have a conversation with Paul Joseph Watson, because I think you might be on the wrong side of this. Don't know. But like I said, folks, this is why you should never even take anything conservatives say seriously. Because their words don't mean anything. They just lie. They don't care about what they're saying, so neither should you. Ever. And you guys see this one? Apparently, Canada's Drag Race. You know, it's that drag queen show where they get up there and lip sync and stuff. RuPaul does the American one. I don't know if she does the Canadian one or not. Don't give a shit. Anyway, apparently they had a tweet scheduled to go out, and so the Queen died, and then this tweet went live that said, "Happy Canada's Drag Race finale day. This crown is up for grabs. Who's gonna take it home?" Oof. And of course they deleted it immediately because they were like, uh-oh. Might want to check your scheduled tweets before you get in trouble. Pretty funny, though. And then, QAnon! ABCDEFGHIJKLMNOP QRS Q. It's all excited, folks, because apparently this is huge. It's huge. In case you didn't know, the Queen dying would be like George Soros dying, which apparently is good. It's huge. Trump's being nice. Anons know the truth. Just FYI, she was evil. So I'm starting to think maybe she was good now. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Anyway, so Wyatt's like, so let me get this straight. Queen Elizabeth dead 1,776 days after the first Q post. 9/8 is also 17. Prince Philip died April 9th, 2021, and his funeral was Saturday, April 17th. 517 days between his death and the Queen. I'm waiting for it to be officially announced that the 10th day of the Queen's funeral will be, in fact, the 17th. Elizabeth died on the 8th. Philip died on the 9th. 8, 9 is 17. Now let's see some high brain Q denier try to calculate, discount those odds. That's right, you fucking brainiacs out there. Try to deny this obvious proof, 100% undeniable proof right in our face. Numbers 8, 9, 17, 9, 17, 76. It all makes sense, folks. What's wrong with you not understanding? Fucking morons. And then they're like, so let me get this straight. True Social Q posted about a bloody Queen a few weeks ago. Trump literally played I am Q behind his precipice speech. Cash re-truthed that something would happen soon, which is proof. He said something happened soon, and then something happened. Shh. He's a psychic. And now the Queen dies 1,776 days after the first Q drop. Someone please hand me more popcorn. It's happening, folks. The storm is coming. It's all happening. Get ready for it. Are you motherfuckers ready? And IET-17, maybe a coincidence, maybe not. Definitely not. This is God. This is just the way he fucking operates, y'all. 9 and 8 equals 17. 9, 8, 222 equals 23. He's got to be next, right? Soon. That's right. Soros, the most evil boogeyman to the right wing, got to be next. These things happened in threes. Prepare for it, everybody. And then apparently there's a new king now. King Sausage Fingers. I just got to say, what the fuck wrong with Prince Phillips or Charles? What the fuck is it? Prince Charles's fingers? You guys seen this? He got some kind of high blood pressure. What going on? Hope I die before I get old, for my fucking fingers swell up to be goddamn sausages. So, is this your king? England? Just saying, you guys might want to get rid of that ancient bullshit making you look dumb. Let's look at his feet. All right, I regret this decision. Nasty, nasty England. Get your shit together. And folks, speaking of Prince Charles, or King Charles, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I ain't calling him king. Speaking of Charles, this fucking hot dog fingers and bullshit. You guys know what the Great Reset is? So, the World Economic Forum, they meet up every year, whatnot, to, I don't know, decide what they want to do with capitalism and everything. And so, when COVID hit, they met and they're like, hey, we're going to have to tackle the fallout from COVID. We're going to have to spend tons of money to overcome the recessions and perhaps the depressions that are going to happen from massive workforce staying home and whatnot, stuff like that. So while we have this opportunity, why don't we try to push capitalism in a better, more sustainable direction where we actually use capitalism to address more wealth inequality and also global warming? Seems like a good idea to me. Like, I'm sure there's lots of valid criticism with both the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset, but if you read what they're talking about, it all sounds pretty decent. They want to change the economy from a shareholder economy, where corporations just do everything they possibly can to make as much money for the shareholders, and change it to a stakeholder-based economy, which empowers business leaders to make responsible and sustainable decisions that take into consideration the impact they have on stakeholders equally with the financial value creation. This happens through tangible changes, corporate governments, laws, regulations. Investors act as responsible owners by stewarding their portfolios towards a positive impact on society and environment. So I'm not saying that this is the greatest shit in the world. It's all still capitalism and whatnot, so it's going to have its flaws. But it's not a bad direction if you're a capitalist to go in. It seems, at least the ideas seem like they're pretty good as far as capitalism goes. But if you're a conspiracy theorist, this is the worst thing that ever fucking happened, yo. This is the sign of the end times, and it's the Illuminati who caused, according to them, COVID-19 to happen in order to start the Great Reset, which is going to enslave all of mankind. And the guy who got up there and did the first speech was Charles! Charles in charge of our economy and the Great Reset. He's up there as we move from rescue to recovery. Therefore, we have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path. It is an opportunity we have never had before and may never have again. We must use all the levers we have at our disposal, knowing that each and every one of us has a vital role to play. I don't like this dude, but that's okay speech, right? So anyway, they're like, it's happening, folks. King Charles is taking over, and they killed the queen, and they're doing all this Great Reset shit on purpose. Here's a Matthew H. For the Great Reset to succeed, America as we know it has to fall. That means Trump and America First will need to be stopped. This is MAGA versus the globalist. Good versus evil. That's right. If you try to make capitalism more sustainable and help out the lower class people, that's just pure fucking evil. Everything has to stay exactly as it is so the top 1% can siphon off more money, or good as they like to call it. And then They just lying. They lying their ass. This is what conservatives do, folks. This is all they have. Lies. They have to misinform people, twist the truth. Because if they tell the truth, nobody would follow them. This is why you can't listen to them or believe them. They don't actually believe any of this. But they can't admit to the fact that they're just giant pieces of shit, so they have to pretend like they believe this, even when they clearly don't. Anyway, Peter Sweden, who is a journalist, but he's just a right-wing shithead who lies on Twitter for a living, says, in Switzerland, this is insane. A new law would mean that people who heat their homes over 19 Celsius with gas during a shortage could face up to 3 years in jail. Are you enjoying the Great Reset? Yeah, this is all part of the Great Reset, folks. This is globalist, overreaching with their authoritarianism, only it's not. This has literally nothing to do with the Great Reset. I'll explain in a second, but Lou Dobbs is in on it too. Lou Dobbs wants you to know the Swiss are going full totalitarian as they demonstrate what the Klaus Schwab's The Great Reset means for the world. Screw the Marxist globalist elites. That's right, Switzerland considers jailing anyone who heats rooms above 19 degrees Celsius for up to 3 years if the country is forced to ration gas due to Ukraine. Definitely. Doesn't this have so much to do with the Great Reset? No, in fact, it does not. So what is happening here is Switzerland is very dependent on Russian gas. Apparently, they have some cold-ass winters over there, and Russia mad at the Swiss, so they're like, you ain't getting no fucking gas. All you guys can just freeze to death during the winter, and it's like fucking Game of Thrones. Winter is coming! And so they worry people gonna die, so they are planning in advance. They're rationing gas right now to try to stockpile enough gas for the wintertime to make sure their citizens don't freeze to death in their houses. So they're saying, hey, we're hoping that this rationing we're doing is going to be enough to stave off the deaths, and we won't have to implement any further policies. However, if we don't manage to stockpile enough gas to make sure people don't freeze to death this winter, we're going to make it to where you only can heat your house to a certain degree so that there's enough heat for everybody and people don't die. This is just a stopgap method until we find a replacement for Russian fuel in the next year. So this is a temporary thing. Literally has zero to do with the Great Reset at all. Nothing. This is simply because of the war in Ukraine and the fact they turned off the spout to the gas. They're just trying to make sure their citizens don't die. But evil globalists, that's all they can do, folks. That's all they can do. That's all they fucking got. But hey, at least it allows me the opportunity to call them out for it, which is fun and entertaining for everybody. And that is my The Queen is Dead section. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What you gotta say, dirty, sexy pores? Still thinking ahead. Yeah, I dare they think ahead. Climate change is real. Faux sure. Kitty getting dingleberries. Are they? Are they getting dingleberries back there? That's what they do. Got me a half stash back here and got me a katana. Fuck katana! What else you guys gonna say? A lot of people gonna die. Just watch, probably. They gonna freeze to death. Stupid ass Russia. All right, rolling along, folks. Get in your super chats. Gonna read the super chats after a couple more sections. We're almost there, but get them in. Get them all in, folks. Because now, gotta do a little trash world. Boom. Trash world! Trash world! Dumpster fire! Hell is trash world! Trash world! Everything sucks all of the time. Trash world! Trash world! And first up on tonight's Trash World, yeah, this looks about right. Members of the South Carolina State Senate Medical Affairs Committee take a vote on removing exceptions for a rape and incest from a proposed abortion ban at the state legislature in Columbia, South Carolina. Look, here's all the guys voting to remove exceptions for rape and incest. Amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 old white guys, and 5 out of the 8 voting for you ladies to carry your rapist babies. Super cool. Christians are awesome. I sure am glad old white guys rule everything. It seems to be working out pretty well for us. And then on to the trash world. They're buying up everything, folks. I've been telling you about how CNN has been bought up by some, I guess, I don't know if they've been bought up, but they put in charge some right-leaning people, and they seem to be panicking that nobody's watching cable news anymore, so they decided to move CNN to the right, which is shitty. Well, it's happening again, folks. I guess because the right is more and more unpopular, all they can do is rule us from minority. They're freaking out. So what they decided to do is they decided to use their billions and billions of ill-gotten gains and buy up more news agencies, especially the ones that are more left-leaning, and turn them right-leaning. Case in point, Politico has a new owner, and he seems to be a right-wing dipshit. Although he denies this, if you look into it, it seems pretty obvious. What? Why am I not signed in to Washington Post? Sign in, motherfucker. Sign in. I pay for this. Anyway, it's this dude. Months after his company bought Politico, Matthias Dopfner stood atop Axel Springer's 19-story headquarters, gazing out at the double row of cobblestones that mark the outline of... Anyway, this dude sent out a chain email to all his buddies talking about how awesome Trump is and how we should all pray Trump gets reelected, because of course that's what they want. All they care about is making sure that they don't have to spend an extra dime. And even though he's not from America, he probably has some monetary interest in America. So all he's worried about is deregulation and tax cuts. That's what they're all fucking about, folks. And he claims, oh my God, I'm not right-wing at all. But he's an Elon Musk sycophant. And he loves the tax reforms, and he's hates cancel culture. So he's just basically a right-wing shithead. That's all he is. And then they bought up Politico, so that's a shame because Politico has actually been a pretty good source for news. So if you see Politico shifting more right-wing in the future, it's because they're buying up all the shit in a desperate bid to stay in power. Very sad. Hate to see it. And then, did you guys see this one? This is kind of an interesting story. So, apparently, this guy is a police officer, a sheriff's deputy or something. Of the person who is this guy's landlord. And so they're evicting this cop off his property. And so this guy comes as a representative of the landlord and tries to evict the cop. And this happens.
Shoot me! Hey, shoot me! Fuck on! Shoot me! That's what you do? You think that gun scares me? No, I don't get the fuck on! Gun. Hey, you think you're punk because you can shoot the fucking van? Hey, shoot me! There's kids! That's what you do! Shoot me! Get the fuck in the car and go! There are kids here. Stop, please. You think that motherfucking gun scares me? I still have time to fucking leave. Well, goddamn, I have every right to be here. This is my goddamn problem. Hey! I was coming to look to see what fucking needs to be done with your fucking gun. Get your goddamn, get the fuck off, dog. Hey! You come out to my goddamn car, shooting your motherfucking pistol in our...
Shot him in the belly twice. Why not? So, here's why this is sort of interesting. They don't care, they're cops. Yeah, they can execute you and get away with it. And they put out a statement that said, hey, he didn't do anything wrong, folks. A Dare County Sheriff says deputy justified in shooting the other man, which is sort of interesting. Basically, they're making a case that you're justified in shooting the people that come and try to evict you from your property. I wonder who they usually send out to evict people from their property. I don't know. Wonder how this could possibly backfire on police in any way. Don't know. But of course, you can't do that. You can't shoot them. They can shoot you because they're the God men. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. But you better not return fire. Gonna put you under the fucking jail. And did you guys hear about this one? This sheriff's deputy turned himself in after murdering a couple in their house. And at first, we didn't know what the fuck was up. This guy walked into this Asian man and woman's house and murdered them both. And we're like, what the fuck you doing? Then he went and turned himself in. Just typical cop stuff. Apparently, though, this young dude, he was 24 years old, was having an affair with the 42-year-old Asian lady. Little May-December romance. I guess she wanted that young black dick. And it cost her So he found out she was married, walked into her house and murdered her and her husband, which, bad life decisions. Not what you want. Now you're going to go to jail for fucking ever. Can't possibly be worth it. Stupid. Real fucking stupid, dude. Suboptimal. But anyway, enjoy prison, cop. At least, from what I understand, cops get treated really good in prison. So, enjoy your time, dude. Trash world. And then also on the trash world, you guys hear about this story. U.S. soldier kicked out of army after FBI says he enlisted to become better at killing black people. And this probably happens a lot more than we think, folks. A lot of these white supremacist organizations send their members to the military to be trained. This guy was just dumb enough to fucking admit it. Send out messages on forums and stuff. Another account Ryan allegedly posted, I serve for combat experience, so I'm more proficient in killing N-words. Investigators found that Ryan registered some of these social media accounts with an email that included Nazi Ace 1488. You know, 1488, that's the Nazi number. Like you didn't know that already from the fact that it started off with Nazi Ace. So, super cool military. No racism in America anymore. It's been cured, y'all. We're all good over here now. And speaking of trash world, folks, look at this asshole. This guy is wearing a 4-kilo pure gold shirt worth $211,000. Oh, and he's dead? Yeah, he's dead. Now, he's not really dead. I just made that part up, but he will be. Imagine paying this much money to look this fucking stupid and be this uncomfortable. What an asshole. Hope nothing bad happens to him. Weak. And speaking of eating the rich, fucking Joe Rogan putting it in all of our face of how rich he is, yo. And Joe Rogan now has fuck you money. And according to Joe Rogan, he's obligated to spend his hundreds of millions of dollars on frivolous shit like expensive cars that he's barely going to drive. And the reason is that he owes it to the poor people who don't have the same opportunity. I mean, and he's right, you know. All the starving little kids, 25,000, who starve to death every day. Imagine how disappointed they would be in him if he didn't waste his money on expensive cars. Just logic.
First of all, I have what you call fuck you money. And if you have fuck you money, you don't say fuck you. What's the point of having the fuck you money? You're wasting it. Like, you're wasting the position. Like, someone said to me, like, why do you like sports cars so much? Like, how many cars do you have? A bunch of cars. So, because if I was a kid and I said, hey, if I was that crazy, rich, famous guy, like, I would want to have a bunch of cool fucking cars. Like, so I would do that. Like, because not everybody gets to do that. Like, if you're the person that gets to do that, you're kind of supposed to do it.
So, fuck you, Joe Rogan. Okay, apparently I'm out of sync, so I'm going to reboot my computer. I don't know why. I did actually some work on my computer, which I thought would fix this problem, and it hasn't. So, don't know why, but we know how to handle this, folks. First off, hey, every failure is an opportunity to learn and be better next time, right? Improve yourself. So, what we're going to do is we're going to copy all of these chats. I'm doing it, folks. I'm finally remembering, and then we're going to save this super chats, episode 164. You were doing it, and I'm going to reboot my computer to fix it. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes, so tell each other jokes. Best joke wins. See you guys in a few minutes. Don't miss me too much. Here we go. All right, we're back. I don't know why it's doing that. I wish I knew. Maybe someday I'll figure out why the fuck it's having that problem. But, hey, at least we're dealing with it better now. At least we've learned from our past mistakes. So, cool. Let's go ahead and continue. So, Joe Rogan got his fuck you money. And basically, when you say fuck you money, who are you saying fuck you to? Well, you're saying fuck you to all the poors, all the homeless, all the starving people whose lives could be greatly changed, saved with the hundreds of millions of dollars you have, but instead, you're saying, fuck you! I'm gonna buy a shitty ass car that's just a waste of goddamn money because I'm human garbage. We already knew that, Joe Rogan, but thanks for clarifying it. Much obliged to you. And then, on the trash world, go ahead and fix all this over here. Go back to viewer activity. We did it better that time, didn't we? Hell yeah. In sync. I don't know why I was doing that. Disappointing, but oh well. I'm not going to freak out about it. We're learning. We're getting better. We're evolving. It is not the strongest of the species that survives. It is the one most capable of adaptation. That's the number one thing I live my life by. So we just roll with everything. We float through it. We get over it. We learn. We improve. And next up on a trash world, where are we at? Joe Rogan. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, here we go. Yes. Speaking of, this is kind of a what the fuck, but also incredible trash world. So, if you got fuck you money, like Joe Rogan has, where would it lead you ultimately? Well, if you're a sociopath, insane person, like this NFT zealot, eventually what's going to happen is, when you're playing a role-playing game online, you can pay people in poor countries to just sit around in the game for your entertainment and to be your NPCs. That's right. I mean, even though like software could be a better NPC than a human could ever be, right? It's already programmed, knows exactly what to do. It's always there. It's always on. Always going to say the right thing. But who the fuck needs that? You have fuck you money. You can just pay the poors just to sit around all day and wait for you and just stand there and give you quests or talk to you and shit. Super cool. Not dystopian at all, but yes, incredibly dystopian. It says, but he also envisions NFT games that could exploit the wealth gap between players to deliver a different experience. With the cheap labor of a developing country, you could use people in the Philippines as NPCs, non-player characters. Real-life NPCs in your game, said Kosar. They could just populate the world, maybe do a random job or just walk back and forth, fishing and telling stories. A shopkeeper, anything is really possible. Yeah, cool. Let's just pay them to be our NPCs in video games. Nothing wrong with this system, folks. Working as intended. Fuck you money. That's right. That's the kind of shit Joe Rogan's going to be in. And speaking of fuck you money, we are a failed species. Here's in my neck of the woods, Jackson, Mississippi.
But
this is the line to get fresh water right now.
So far, and this line seems to be a daily thing.
America, richest country on earth.
The distribution center. There's about 6 of these set up. This one is at an abandoned mall.
6 of these set up.
At least the line is moving a little bit now for folks, but.
And it's very similar to how it was in Flint, Michigan. And I know you guys were wondering, hey, is Jackson, Mississippi mostly black? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just like Flint. I wonder why this kind of thing happens in primarily black communities. I'm sure it's a coincidence, folks. Definitely has nothing to do with white supremacy or anything. If you were thinking that, dummies. And speaking of each the rich and how failed our society is, world's largest cruise ship to be scrapped before first voyage, folks. They spent $1.4 billion with a B on this thing. Imagine how many people's health care you could have paid for. Imagine how many starving children you could have saved, homeless people you could have housed. 1.4 billion, and they're going to scrap it. They basically just burned that money for nothing. So, kind of rooting for the asteroid at this point, folks. Not sure we deserve to survive as a species. Eat the rich! Be sure to spam the chat with impunity with Eat the Rich. All my awesome dust buddies out there. And one more on the trash world. Isabella Maria DeLuca says, if your boyfriend has he, him in his bio, you don't have a boyfriend. You have a girlfriend. So, apparently, if you're a trans woman and you want them to stop calling you a man, all you do is put pronouns in your bio and they'll stop that. Once again, I have cured transphobia, folks. You're welcome, America. And Caitlin Burns says, is sex biological or can manhood be revoked by not performing masculinity well enough for internet randos? You guys need to make up your fucking mind. All right? You keep telling us both things. Starting to think you motherfuckers not very consistent. And that is my trash world. What you gotta say? Dirty sexies. Got them. As always, we did get them. Don't look up. Hey, Spanky, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Yep, don't look up. It's always that way with conservatives. Depressing. They're going to kill us all, folks. Income inequality. Yep, it's for real. That's unspeakable. Where you are, I know, right? Fucking Mississippi. That's what you get when you let people like Tank Reeves. I'm going to privatize the water, y'all. We can't work together to fix it, so I'm just gonna give the water away to rich people. I'm sure that'll fix everything. Goddamn Mississippi. Embarrassing! And moving right along, folks, it's time for... What the fuck? WTF question mark, WTF exclamation point. And first off, on tonight's What the Fuck, speeding woman on cocaine kills drunk driver high on meth. Okay, I'll allow it. Love the title of this one. So apparently, she's on cocaine, doing 70 and a 40. He high on meth, going the opposite direction, and she murders him. So maybe don't do hard drugs when you're driving around, folks. Seems bad. She gonna go to jail for a long time, I imagine. Bad life decisions. Don't recommend it. And then on the What the Fuck. You guys remember Bering? Apparently Bering still exists. Can't fucking believe that shit. He's still around making his stupid chud-ass videos. And like I say, folks, they lie. That's all the fuck they got. Their positions are very unpopular. Their only position of conservatives is to try to hurt people, to try to own people, to try to make people upset. That's all they have. But they can't just say, hey, our only position is to hurt people. Our only position is to harm people. Because then we wouldn't take them seriously. We wouldn't even try to debate them. We wouldn't give them the time of day. We would just say, okay, well, just fuck off. So they have to lie about what they believe. And they have to pretend they believe things they don't believe. Like this. He knows this is not true. There's a map, pedo pride flag, and Twitter supports it. Hey, don't all us lefties, don't we support pedophilia? Don't we support a minor attracted person's right to just be attracted to minors and spread their flags? Isn't that a common position on the left? No, it's not at all. Like, I'm on the left, folks. All my audience are on the left. Most of the people I interact with daily are on the left. Not a single person among you have ever supported anything like this. He's just fucking lying. Because this is what they fucking do. No, we do not support this. Holy good goddamn, you people are scum. Hard to believe he's still in business, but he is. And then on What the Fuck, they're calling for even more people in prison in conservative media, folks. Meanwhile, on Fox News, America's under-incarceration problem. We are 5% of the population of Earth. We have 25% of the prison population. Putting everybody in jail, but we're not authoritarian enough. So, just like they do, the NPCs, who call us NPCs, they get their brain worms. They all go spread it immediately. They're all on the same page. Here's Charlie Kirk. America has an under-incarceration problem, not an over-incarceration problem. Kingsley Cortez, we have an under-incarceration problem in this country. Tom Cotton, we don't have an over-incarceration problem. We have an under-incarceration problem, and I kind of agree. Let's put all these motherfuckers in jail. Start with Trump. Bannon's going. Let's round them all up, folks. Maybe they're onto something. Don't give me ideas, conservatives. And then, oh, what the fuck? So at first I was like, okay, well, this is no big deal, right? Here's a video of Blair White showing off her guns. And I'm like, you know, she has a right to do whatever she wants to with her weapons. It's a free country. But then I started watching this video, and I'm starting to understand why people are a little what the fucked out by it. So let me play this video. Here's her showing off her guns, and
This is my pink AR-15. It's customized with the BW initials, and her name is Regina. This is the Draco.
Okay, these are just accidents waiting to happen. These are gun deaths waiting to happen. These guns don't look real. They look exactly like fucking toys. I hope you have these locked up real fucking secure, and I hope you don't ever sell them to anybody, and I hope the person that you sell them to someday treats them with respect, because good God, this is gonna get somebody killed.
Having them, and obviously I needed one as well. So this is my Caltech KS.
What the fuck?
12 gauge bullpup shotgun. I did add a UR5.
They look like Nerf guns. That is so dangerous, so irresponsible. What the fuck, Blair White? But who expects more from Blair White? She is kooky. You gotta give her that. They do look like super soakers. Just a matter of time for somebody dead from that, and she's gonna be like, I had no idea. You can't blame me for being irresponsible. I didn't know that was gonna happen. You didn't give a shit. You knew it was. And last up on What the Fuck, folks, let's say you're standing in the middle of the road, and a motorcycle coming at you, full speed. What do? Obviously, you just fucking stand there, right? Here we go. Lady crossing the street, and this motorcycle coming, just stand. Oh, ouch! Can you imagine what's going on in both their heads? So she stops, and she's like, well, I just stopped, and he'll drive around me. And he's like, well, I just keep going straight, because obviously she gonna get out the fucking way before I get there. And they're both dumb as shit, because oopsie, you both fucking morons. And you got what you deserved. And that is my What the Fuck section. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What you gotta say? Over on the chat. What the fuck? I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Literally, name the section that. Remember when Tammy Faye had a talk show? My dad used to wear a shirt all the time. It had like an outline of a woman's face, but it was just like makeup. And it said, I ran into Tammy Faye at the mall today. So it looked like a woman with makeup smashed into his shirt. Hilarious, dead daddy. And pedestrian crossing, I know, right? Somebody should have moved. Like a deer in headlights, frozen solid. She in a crosswalk. She is. That is true. He should have stopped, but he's like, nah, it'll be fine. And move it. All right, halftime. It's halftime, folks. Woohoo, halftime. And folks, support my show. Do it. If you click on the description of this video, there's a link to my Patreon. You don't have to like give me a bunch of money. You know how Patreon works. Couple bucks. It adds up. Work hard. I work hard. I do, because I love you and I love the show. So support me on the page, please. Don't make me beg, because I will. I will do it. And also, folks, if you click on the description of this video you're watching right now, you can order your copy of Harrowing Tales of Woke, an original comic book by Dusty Smith. I'm making the finishing touches on it right now. Here's the first half, but there's another half coming, folks, and it's funny and good. Even though I talked to my sister the other night, and my sister told me that my comic book wasn't funny. Not very supportive at all, but it is funny, because fuck her. And you can buy an autograph, like a real copy. I'm printing out real copies, folks, and gonna send them off. First edition, gonna be worth a lot of money someday, so get your first edition. If you want one, you just like, go here. I talked to my sister. Dusty. Am I in sync? They're not. I'm in sync, yay! So you go here in the description, you click more, and right here, boom! American orders and foreigners. You foreigners can order it too. It's $20 to support the show and buy your copy. Do the thing. Hells yeah. And all right, folks, time to read the super chats. I'm glad I was smart enough to actually save the fucking super chats this time. Holy shit, I am learning from my mistakes, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Heavy Child, $20. Laying a fat 20 for the fuzzies off the bat. Kitty party, hell yeah. And if you bail out while I read the super chats, a whole lot of show coming up in 5 minutes. We got the Chud Watch coming up. I got an awesome Chud Watch for you guys, so if you leave, come back in 5 minutes, because we have plenty of show left for you. Thank you, Heavy Child. Joe LaFaro, $2. Thank you, Joe. Lauren Charlotte Sanctuary, what's up? Thank you for your services. Dusty, $50. What? That is very generous, Lauren. Dusty, what, Lauren? Hopefully I can buy your love. You did it. I love you so much. God damn it. and get you to stop talking poorly about Tesla owners. You mean white supremacists? Okay, I'm sorry. Please, love you. I'll let you drive it, and it'll definitely change your mind. I'm sure they're nice, but also, Tesla zero! I just don't like the Musk. He doesn't seem like a very good fellow, and plus, he took billions of dollars to start this company from us, the welfare queen that he is, so not a fan, but if you want to buy a Tesla, I guess I won't key it. Thank you, Lauren. Parker Guara, what's up, Parker? I got a fat check this week. Hell yeah, that's what I want to hear. Here's a nice $20 for you. On another note, all the memes about the Queen's passing had me laughing all night, and I woke up thinking I had a whole fever dream. Jesus, that was a good night. Yep, love this Irish shit. They mad or happy or whatever, and I'm here for it. Parker, okay, shoot. Okay, Dusty, you want an ashtray? I don't smoke anything that I would need an ashtray for, to be honest with you. It would just be garbage, so no thank you, but thank you for thinking of me. Michael B, $9.99, $10. Knicks for you tonight, big fella. Keep up the fight. I will. Thank you, Michael B. Good to see you tonight. Urban Moss, $10. Look at what our education system has been reduced to. People buy tickets to hear others talk about astro urination, and other people don't know the difference between Billy Idol and David Bowie. Who's David Bowie? I wish you guys would quit making names up. Michael B. $99. What's up, Michael? And by the way, I understood every word of that. Urban Moss, $10. Bezos is getting a first-hand look at how the internet is going to respond to his death, and he's so sad. Can't wait. We're going to celebrate holiday. Michael B. My friend mocks me for sending you doggy treats. Why would you send you for sending doggy treats? I'm going to do an unboxing. Somebody just sent me some doggy treats and some of these awesome, this stuff, actually. Boom. The cat's going to get all excited, folks. Sorry, cats. I'm a cock tease. You're not getting that right now. Maybe at the end of the show. But anyway, I'm going to do a unboxing as soon as I get time on the next show. So thank you. I'm getting them, and we love them. So thank you guys for sending this stuff. And there's a link in the description of this video where you can send me stuff to my sanctuary. I have an Amazon wish list, but you can just send me anything. It doesn't have to be a wish list. There's like a P.O. box. Send me anything. It's all good. Panties. I'll take your panties. Lane Diggity. Now, Justin Joseph. Queen Elizabeth plus Prince Phillips equals when white met bread. Now they're both finally gone. Bye-bye, colonizers. Yep, not a fan of royalty at all. Boring and stupid, in my opinion. Cat's always moving my goddamn... I wish it didn't move so easily, but it does. I don't understand why, but it's all good. I'm not going to complain and cry about it like I usually do. Lane Diggity, what's up, Dusty? What's up, Lane? You are literally the first white dude invited to the cookout that actually went. You always breaking barriers, bro. Best show ever. I do what I got to do. Got to keep your neighbors happy and friendly with you. Makes your life a whole lot easier if you do so. Joseph in Berkheimer, say hello to me. Dog comrade, please. What's up, Joseph? Hello to you. John Bauer became a new Dust Buddy. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Dust Buddies. You remember the cool kids now. Spam the chat with impunity, and you can become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month and get customized emojis to spam the chat with, which you should do if you're awesome. And one more, John Bauer. $10 to say, I wish your lips match the words. They do, I hope now. How we doing? Is my lips matching the words now? You guys will tell me if it's out of sync. Hey, at least we know how to fix it now. Someday I'm going to learn how to fix it without having to reboot, but until then, we're handling it pretty good. I do declare, and let's see. Gabriel Montoya, $5. Thank you, Gabriel. Good to see you tonight. Cupid Lover, 1972. $2. Make HTOW intro movie. All right, I'll put it on my to-do list. $20 from Zachariah Smith. Very generous. Love the show. Keep it up, my friend. In the monarchy, you guys should get rid of that. We should get rid of our system that allows the person that gets the least amount of votes to win the presidency, the electoral college, and we'll all be good. Update our societies would be cool. And keep it on one more, Dusty. Are you afraid of what Trump is doing? Halting the legal process on him? Nah. I think it's all going to work out. It's just starting, yo. And all right, cool. Moving right along, folks. More super chats, please, by the way. I'm going to read all the rest of the super chats at the end of the show. So get them in, support the show. But we got plenty of show left. Got a really long Chud Watch, folks. So prepare your anus, because it's time. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We We talk about shucks and make fun of them. Yeah, we do. And tonight is no obsession. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, we do it tonight. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, we do it tonight is no obsession, folks. So first up on tonight's Chud Watch. So you guys might have noticed that from time to time Donald Trump likes to grift people out of money. I know we're all shocked. Can't believe it. But one of his most common grifts is he's like, hey, all my cult members who follow me, if you give me millions and millions of dollars, I'm going to sue somebody. Who you guys want me to sue? And they're like, sue Hillary, sue the shit out of Hillary. And so he's like, cool, just send me millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars and I'll sue Hillary. And so they're like, here you go, take more of our money, billionaire, because it just makes sense. We have to financially support your billionaire ass. And they send him like $100 million. And so he takes about $30. And he has his nephew write a book report on why Hillary should be sued. And then he submits that to the court. And the court's like, what the fuck is this bullshit? This is not legally binding. And then they just reject it. And then he takes the money. He's like, shh, I tried, fuckos. Thanks for the hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's what happened here. Judge rejects Trump's lawsuit against Hillary Clinton over 2016 Russia claims, you know, because it was all proven. His right-hand man was actually on the record admitting that they did collude with Russia. But the judge is like, what the amended complaint lacks in substance and legal support, it seeks to substitute with length, hyperbole, and the selling of scores and grievances. That doesn't sound like Trump at all. She also called him out for the fact that it's just a thinly veiled excuse to fundraise. As they view it, whatever the utilities of the amended complaint as a fundraising tool, a press release, or a list of political grievances, it has no merit as a lawsuit. I agree. So, of course, but he knew it wouldn't. He doesn't really give a shit. He's just trying to grift because they love it, folks. And I've always hated the word cuck because I thought the word cuck was ridiculous. Stupid word that's used mostly by chuds, but I'm going to start using it. Because if there were ever an excuse of cucks, it would be Trump supporters. They love to fucking be abused, folks. They love it. They get off on it. Hoodlum's right. MAGA doesn't get angry at the people robbing them blind. They're furious at the people who stopped the robbers. It's the strangest cult, and it's true. The Steve Bannon situation is a great example of that, where they're mad at the FBI, at the IRS for arresting him, for conning them out of money, for grifting them. They're mad at the people trying to stop him from abusing them. They're like, abuse us more, daddy. Cucks. And Donald Trump mad as fuck about this ad, folks, calling out his shameless grifting. He's threatening to sue over it. I'll explain more after we watch it. Let's have a look. This is one from the Lincoln Project.
Dear MAGA, we have some bad news. No, not that he lost. Not that your little coup attempt failed and its planners and the attackers are going to jail. No, the really bad news is why Trump told you he lost. Why he set it up way before the 2020 election. It wasn't voter fraud, but it was fraud. Trump told you the election was stolen to rip you off, to sucker you, to take your hard-earned money and shovel it into his pockets. He spent it on himself, not to take back the White House. It was the biggest scam in political history. Every dollar you sent him paid to keep his shaky business empire and lavish lifestyle going. It was a sucker's game all along. And you know who the sucker is? It's you.
And I was actually reading comments from conservatives on this ad. They were like, where do we send the money to, Daddy? Grift is harder. They were literally asking where they could send more money to Trump. They just love it. They love being abused. So Trump went out there and he's like, I'm suing. He got on his True Social and he's like, I'm going to sue you motherfuckers in the Lincoln Project for every time you have. Of course, he won't. The free speech absolutionist is just trying to intimidate them to shut the fuck up. But this is the guy that runs the Lincoln Project, calling Trump's bluff. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Hey, folks. Wanted to say hi really quickly and to just give Donald Trump a message. Since you threatened to sue the Lincoln Project this morning, go for it. Go for it, bitch. come at me. I can't wait. We're delighted by the thought that you would try to sue us, Donald. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
I double dog dare you. You know, when we put up the billboards in Times Square of Jared and Ivanka during the COVID crisis at the end of the 2020 campaign, we received this letter from Mark Kasowitz, Donald Trump's attorney, and it was this complete, blustering shit show. Oh, we will certainly sue you. We read it in the Bain voice, right? You're not going to sue anybody, Donald. You're not going to do shit. You're not going to do a goddamn thing. You are weak. You are impotent. You are flabby. You are sitting there in the bridal suite at Mar-a-Lago or in the bridal suite at Bedminster, grinding your gears, wondering why that the Lincoln Project, no matter how many times you tried to kill us, keeps coming at you. You know why? We're here in this fight for the long haul because you are a threat to democracy. You are a threat to America. You are a threat to the Republic. You are a threat to the Constitution. You are a thief of classified documents. You are a traitor to this country. You've tried to overthrow this government and the system of our peaceful transition of power.
Yep.
And fuck you.
Yeah.
We're here. You're not. We will keep kicking your ass every single day. So if you want to try to sue us, Donald, go for it. Throw down. Let's go. We can't wait. You won't do it because you are, in fact, as I said previously, completely impotent. Just ask Melania. Anyway, folks, other than that, it's a great day for America. Steve Bannon is looking at the inside of a jail cell once again. Donald Trump is raging in Mar, go fuck yourself, or Bedminster, or wherever he is today. And it's a good day to be in the fight. Talk to you soon.
Boom! That was a destruction. Of course, the Lincoln Project is also conservative, so they are shitheads, but at least, these are conservatives I could deal with. I actually think they might believe what they say. Even if I disagree with what they say, at least I believe that they believe it, which is a great starting point. It's a starting point I don't have with the vast majority of people in MAGA, that's for sure. And then I read this post on Reddit, and it did such a beautiful job of explaining conservatives, I thought I would read it to you guys. And this person, I don't know who this is, but they nailed it. That's the beautiful simplicity of conservatism. These two mindsets coexist as one indistinguishable core belief. It doesn't matter as long as we win. It's not that they don't know if it's a lie or not. It's that they don't care if it's a lie or not. You can't separate conservatives into the grifters and the rubes because they are all something else entirely, something we don't really have a name for except conservative. There is no need to fact check or worry about reality or honesty. They must win, so they will say or do anything that they think will help them win. If they think it will help them to win to say that Nancy Pelosi ate a bug, they will swear on a Bible they watched her eat a bug and that it was the worst thing anyone has ever done. If tomorrow they think that it will help them to eat a bug, they will not hesitate to eat all the bugs they can find and claim it was the most righteous meal ever eaten. Hypocrisy isn't even a thing for conservatives because there is no consistency or belief or moral permanence. It's not simply a lie. It's post-truth ideology. That's why they lash out against science and education. It's why they can experience moments of clarity when they personally have their faces eaten by leopards, only to return to the fold moments later without a hint of growth. We're not fighting a battle of ideas or ideologies. We're fighting viro-egocentrism, and we're losing. And holy shit, that's very well put. That's what I like about Reddit. You can read what news stories people find important, and you can go in the comments and I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know a single one of them. So the only thing I can judge them by is their words and their ideas, which kind of eliminates some of the biases and allows you to read through and decide who you think has the most logical stance and who's full of shit. And I really like that about that. Definitely well said. The meat bridge. So super cool. And then next thing you know, apparently FBI released that part of the materials they seized from Mar-a-Lago was material on foreign nations' nuclear capabilities seized at Trump's Mar-a-Lago. So I already told you guys we knew there was probably some nuclear materials there, and this is obviously super bad. Not just for Donald Trump, but it's bad for the nation. The fact that Donald Trump so carelessly had nuclear secrets about other countries at Mar-a-Lago where they could easily have been recovered by spies or ended up in the wrong hands, we have no idea. It hurts us in standing with other countries. It makes them much less likely to want to share this type of information with us because we can't be trusted. And they're right, we can't. This is incredibly hurtful to the reputation of America. This hurts us so bad with our national security. Of course, conservatives don't give a fuck. Trump can do no wrong. If any Democrat, if any lefty did anything even remotely close to this, they'd be calling for the death penalty. But for them, who cares? Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. The God man can do whatever the fuck he wants to. Who gives a shit about America? They hate our country. They only love Trump. So, of course, Trump puts out a message on Truth Social that they planted evidence. They leak, lie, plant fake evidence, allow the spying on my campaign, deceive the FISA courts, raid and break into my house. Nobody believes you, motherfucker. So do they plan it or did you declassify it? You have to pick a story, Trump. Nobody believes they planted shit on you. You're just trying to get out of it. Because here's the reason he's trying to get out of it, folks. Because there's an incredible double standard. Now, we all know it. The fact that Trump supporters pretend like there's not a double standard, it just further illustrates how you can't listen to anything they fucking say. Here's Trump speaking about this exact same type of thing when it's other people doing it.
And one fact that is not in dispute is that Donald Trump had highly classified information sitting in a box on the floor of his golf resort. And there's only one way to handle someone who does something like that.
This was not just extreme carelessness with classified material, which is still totally disqualifying. This is calculated, deliberate, premeditated misconduct, followed by a cover-up. What he did is illegal. It's classified information.
He broke the law. Very simple. I mean, as much as it's going to be broken, this is highly classified. That's the highest stage. It's highly classified information. Many of them were classified, highly classified, and you go to jail for that.
And you go to jail for that. And you should have known that. You go to jail for that. Classified information, you should go to jail for that for many, many years.
Give the people.
Yeah, where you at, Trump supporters? Why is it different? How do you get around the fact that you're fucking hypocrites? Because they don't care. They just do not give a shit, folks. Nothing matters to them but hurting people, owning people, making people upset. That's the level we're dealing with here, folks. No need to take them seriously in any way. And case in point, Marco Rubio. He's more concerned with the fact that somebody let us know that it was foreign nations' nuclear information than he is with the fact that Trump stole the classified documents.
No, you can understand why, when we first heard about this stuff and we heard, well, maybe it's things like a note from Kim Jong-un to President Trump that he wanted to keep his hands on. But then, if true, this Washington Post report, highly classified documents at Mar-a-Lago that only a cabinet-level officer or higher could even look at, that doesn't seem like the kind of thing you should have in your post-presidential desk drawer.
Well, let's break this down. First of all, again, we really don't know, because let's go back and understand that all of this information is coming from one side and one place, and that is sources with knowledge of the investigation. Well, who are the sources with knowledge of the investigation? The FBI and the Justice Department, and they are leaking to the media. So generally, when there's an investigation by the FBI or the Justice Department, they're not even acknowledging there is an investigation, much less leaking. These people every single day are strategically leaking information that can't be rebutted, by the way, or in any way analyzed, for a reason. And that's politics, to influence the narrative. And so I'm, first of all, very skeptical of that. I also, the whole thing about only cabinet officials could know, that's not the way classification works. Classification is based on both the compartment, the way it's...
So he were concerned, folks, about the leaks. It's fine. He can steal whatever he wants to. He can make sure foreign nations get a hold of our secret nuclear information. Who cares, right? And of course, their narrative is the dumbest narrative possible. They don't believe this, but they don't have to believe. Like I said, since nothing they say means anything, since their words don't mean anything, all they have to have is give them something to give their minds permission to ignore all the evidence against Donald Trump. And it could be the dumbest thing possible. It doesn't matter. As long as they give them something like this.
Well, I think the judge was 100% right. I mean, you literally have the FBI who's spending more time leaking stuff to the press. I mean, these pictures, you think my father happened to just leave documents all over his office floor? I can tell you, my father's a very, very neat guy. He doesn't leave documents staged all over an office floor. And
that's right, folks. The classified documents he stole weren't all over the floor, so what's the problem? He was very neat in how he stole the document, so it's fine. It's fine as long as he's not messy with it, isn't it? Just God, yes, they think their supporters are that dumb because they are. They're dumber than that. Dumber than we could possibly fucking imagine. Can't even put ourselves in the place of their shoes because we're not dumb enough to do so. And I almost skipped that. His attorney basically saying that I'll go ahead and play it. His attorney basically making a statement that, hey, who knows? Maybe the classified documents were invisible. God damn it. Talking about not hiring the best.
I saw this meme that was very funny on
Very
Instagram,
funny.
I believe it was, and it said it's amazing. At first it was the codes to the nuclear weapons. Right. Now it's invisible classified documents. It could mean anything. I don't know. It could mean that they gave those documents to NARA and to the FBI prior, as we know, which they had done. It could mean there was nothing in them. It could mean they're invisible if you're, in their administration.
Yeah, folks, maybe the documents were just invisible. Maybe that's why the classified photos were empty. I'm a lawyer, y'all. I'm literally the person Trump hired to defend him. So, good. I'm glad this is the caliber of person Trump has hired because they're going to be funny. But at least, folks, people are starting it in some small way to bail out from Trump. I didn't think there was anything he could do. But good to know there's a line, and it's stealing nuclear classified documents and leave them in an unsecure place, which is the line for Geraldo Rivera, who's been a hardcore Trump supporter from the beginning. Trash ass Geraldo says, election deniers depress me. I blame President Trump for his shameful campaign to slander and undermine American faith in our elections. For all his positive accomplishment, what? Name one. Name one, Geraldo. And there are many. Name one then. I could never support him again. Without fealty to the Constitution, we're second rate. So good. At least some of the Fox News pundits are bailing on him. Good to see. But you know who's not bailing on him? Russia. Russia loves them some fucking Trump, and they aren't even trying to hide it anymore. Here's a recent primetime broadcast on Russian propaganda TV. He is simply incredible, they say of Trump. As they play a video of him. Trump is an incredible guy. I believe there is no real need for us here to rip the mask off European politicians and American ones to a certain extent, except for our beloved Trump, in whom we place all of our hope, that he might sober up America. They're literally, once again, going to do whatever they can do to make sure Trump gets back in office in hopes that he will stop helping Ukraine or they can just go in and murder the Ukrainian people, which he will, folks. If he gets back in office, he's going to be Putin's bitch again. Gonna stop helping Ukraine so they can rape and murder, take over the whole fucking country. Hopefully that's not going to happen, folks. Hopefully America is going to wisen up, and it seems like they're starting to. A new Reuters poll, 58% of respondents, including 1 in 4 Republicans, believe Trump's Make America Great Again movement is threatening America's democratic foundations. So good. It should be 100%. How can you not see that he is an incredible threat to democracy, trying to overthrow the government and put himself as dictator? But at least the majority of the public is now on board. So hopefully he will not be able to win again with the minority of the votes like he did the time before last. And you guys heard about these fake electorates? So this happened last week. I didn't cover it. But newly obtained surveillance video shows fake Trump elector escorted operatives into Georgia County election offices. So this woman's in charge with election integrity. So what does she do? She lets Trump's people come in and steal information about voters. You know how that's all supposed to be private? We're all supposed to be confident that when we vote, our information is secure. Well, they'll just let Trump people in. If you're a Trump cult member, they'll risk their entire lives, basically. She's going to go to jail, folks. She's going to do some serious time for this. Imagine loving Trump so much you're willing to go to jail for him. Going to lose her job. Going to be a pariah in society after this. Because she just let people in to take all our voter information out. And this is the crazy part is, this is a county that Trump won by like 75%. There was no reason for her to do this. But they got her on video. Letting them all in there.
Newly obtained video to CNN shows a former Georgia Republican county official escorting two operatives hired by an attorney for former President Trump into the county's election offices on the same day a voting system there was illegally breached. Drew Griffin has the details. Drew.
Well, she did it.
Breaches of these voting machines, guys, in swing states are...
She denied it. She pretended like she didn't do anything, but they got you on camera. You're going to jail. Here's another one, folks. Tina Peters was arraigned yesterday for 7 felonies after providing Mike Lindell confidential voter data because they don't give a shit about our privacy. They don't give a shit about law and order. Doesn't mean anything to us. All they care about is power. Nothing else they say is true. It's all lies. So, as she was being arraigned on 7 felonies, she got served a summons by a chief security officer at Dominion, you know, the voting machines, because she's been going publicly and slandering him, making up bullshit about him. And so, of course, she goes on, I guess this is Newsmax or whatever, and doubles down on it. Going to give him all the evidence he needs to sue her even harder. Let's have a look.
Court today at 4 p.m. was my arraignment. So my arraignment for the indictment of 7 felonies and 3 misdemeanors. At that arraignment, I was served with, before I walked in, I was served with a subpoena that, get this, Brandon, it's from Eric Coomer. Everybody knows who Eric Coomer is, right? And
well, for those who don't, tell us who he is.
So Eric Coomer is I won't even call him a gentleman. I will call him Antifa. I will call him Dominion, the one that did the software that he bragged about.
That's right, folks. It was Antifers. All the Antifers were part of Dominion and stealing the election, and he's suing me for slander, so let me just slander him some more. Her lawyer not going to be happy. First thing they tell you, shut the fuck up, but Trump supporters not smart enough to shut the fuck up, even for their own good, and you love to see it. And folks, Steve Bannon arrested again. So he already looking to do some time for not answering the subpoena to the Congress they sent out for him. But now, so they charged him federally before because he was involved in this scam to build the wall. You know, when Trump said, hey, we're going to build the wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. And then people were like, yay, let's put Trump in office. And then Trump got in office and then he didn't make Mexico pay for it. So they were like, hey, dipshit American patriots, why don't you pay for the wall? And they're like, yay, even though you said Mexico was going to pay for it, we'll pay for it. And so they sent Steve Bannon a bunch of money and he was like, we promise 100% of this money is going to go to building the wall. And then they took it and he used it to buy himself like I guess he had a facelift or something. I guess he had cosmetic surgery, which seems unbelievable considering how he fucking looks. I mean, that's after plastic surgery? Anyway, he's using it to buy boats, and they were just doing what con men do, right? They just scripted him, right? And so here he is. Here's his perp walk, folks. They got him handcuffed.
This is what happens in the last days of a dying regime. They will never shut me up. They'll have to kill me first. I have not yet begun to fight.
Are you talking about donuts? Because they're going to kill you. You ooze grease out of your pores. But like, he's actually sort of happy about this, folks. You look at him, because what they do is they just grift more. He knows that all this attention will allow him just to grift more, to play the victim, and it'll work. They're already sending him tons of money. The same people he grifted before, the same people they're trying to help, hate the people that are helping them. They hate the IRS. They hate the FBI who's helping them, trying to keep them from being abused. They want to be abused. So they're sending them even more money because this is how they operate. It's the wildest fucking shit. I'm going to skip over these two stories. You guys know how I sometimes talk about this dude on my Twitter. He likes to send me stories that are going viral in right-wing circles. And he's like, see, this is what the left is like, Dusty. Why do you support the left? You're in a cult. You guys are evil. But it's always bullshit and lies because this is all they have now. And of course, like I say, I don't believe this person who sent me this believes any of this. Their words don't mean anything. By pretending like I believe that they believe what they're saying, they've already won. Because that's all they want to do is make you believe that they believe the bullshit they're spreading when they don't actually believe it. So this is a story that actually went viral on the Daily Wire, which is Ben Shapiro's rag. Sex education book instructs parents to let their children watch them having sex. So he sent me this. This from Gays Against Groomers, which is another of these right-wing Twitter accounts that lies for a living. That's what they do, lie. So, children should watch their parents have sex. This is what sex education means now, this says. The next time you meet someone that says it's just about safety, inclusion, empathy, show them this and watch them break their groomer spine trying to justify it. That's right, folks. They're teaching this in schools. This is the kind of sex education they're teaching in schools, y'all. Let me read it to you. Therefore, while the higher mysteries and deeper intimacies of real union should be reserved for later years, a child should be gradually introduced to the ordinary mechanics of lovemaking and something to enter into the parent's circle of love instead of being shut out completely and left to wonder how daddy and mommy do it. Here are tips to get you started with educating your child about her sexuality. Couples can deliberately leave their bedroom door open or ajar while expressing intimacy. Call upon your child to bring or take something away while you are expressing intimacy. Take your child into bed with you and allow him or her to watch as you share intimacy. So, there you have it, folks. Pedophilia. This is what they're teaching in your schools, right? This is why we have to be so opposed to sex education. But of course, this is bullshit, folks. Of course, nobody is teaching this in schools. They're fucking liars. That's all they have is fucking lies. And Daily Wire, no exception. They have no problem spreading these fucking lies. So what is the truth behind this? Well, the truth is that there is a scam going around on Amazon. And what they do is they have these scammers that make fake authors' names. And then they go out on the internet and they copy information, like in this case, sexual education information from just random websites. And then they run them through what they call synonymizers, which seek out certain words and change certain words so that the plagiarism bots don't flag them. And so they make their own books for Amazon, their own electronic books, basically. And they also print out their own physical copies to send to people sometimes. And so what they do is they make them free on Amazon for the first week. And then they use bots to flood the pages where these free books are so that they shoot up the Amazon list to make them look like people are actually buying them or clicking on the pages. And then they make them not free anymore. So people see these sex education books on the top list of Amazon's and they purchase them. It's a big scam that's been going around Amazon. Synonymizers. I don't know how you say that word. It's tough. But so did the Daily Wire fall for a fake book scam? Yes, of course they did. It's all bullshit. They searched out the author of this book, and the author of this book does not exist. They tried to find her, but she doesn't exist. Anal E-Block. Yeah, that's a real name. Anal E-Block. Sure, conservatives. Nice try. But it's all bullshit. Lies is all they fucking have, folks. It's all ridiculous. But like I said, they don't care. They know they're lying, and they don't care. They don't have shame. They don't have any morals. They don't have any integrity. All they care about is winning and power. We should not pretend like we believe what they're saying. We should not pretend like we believe that they believe what they're saying. And I guess I'm going to skip over this one, too. That one's kind of boring. What time is it? All right. And folks, this exchange on Fox News was kind of cold-blooded and hilarious. So this guy is in charge of making sure that the GOP wins their congressional seats in the upcoming midterms. And they're not doing that great in some of the races. And Fox News is actually starting to call them out on it a little bit. And watch this interaction here.
Ron Johnson's going to win. We invested with him early.
He's behind by about 5 points right now, right?
Yeah. So Ron Johnson's either tied or up a little bit or down barely. I mean,
yeah, he's either up or he's down or he's tied, you know. Well, logic. He's either dead or he's either alive. He's either a gas or he's a solid or he's a liquid, you know. He's one of those things, but no, he's losing. He's losing by 5 points, you fucking lizard man. And so then they had this guy on. Ron Johnson. They had him on Fox Business. And this is one of the most awkward clips I've ever seen. So this guy is trying to give him a pep talk because he's losing. But the pep talk seems really forced. Like he doesn't actually believe what he says. And then to make it even more awkward, let me just play it.
Jay, and our federal health agencies as well that have done a miserable job dealing with COVID.
Well, so let's get this right. You're against excessive spending. You're against taxes. You're against overregulation. You're against corruption. You're in favor of borders. You're in favor of strong policing. And you're against corruption. You're investigating corruption in Washington. Sounds
something
like
weird happened there.
You know, Wisconsin's got to come around. They will. You always do. Everybody says you're going to lose, but you don't lose. Wow. You're going to win. That's what they always say. You're going to be fine. All right? You're going to be just great. Anyway, Senator Ron Johnson, thank you for all those rebuttals and all those thoughts. Good luck on the campaign trail. We will talk soon.
Somebody hacked into the broadcast.
Uh-oh. Because they don't like what we're saying. Anyway.
Super energy there. He's like, yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, dude. You're going to win. Yeah, you're losing. It looks bad, but you're going to be okay. And the guy's like, somebody hacked into the broadcast. The boomers don't know how the technology works. Hilarious. You love to see it. And is there any sadder sack of shit than Gavin Mcinnes, who is the guy that founded the Proud Boys? You know, the terrorist organization, the Proud Boys. This is how pathetic they are, folks. They are so desperate to play the victim. If you're a conservative, that's the number one way you make money. The same people that always tell us, don't play the victim. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You take responsibility. All they have is victim playing. This is their cash cow. So recently, Gavin Mcinnes was arrested live during his broadcast. I'll play it for you. Here we go.
We're shooting a show. Can we do this another time? Yeah. All right, I'm happy to do that. Let's. I'll get a lawyer, and and we will sit down and have a conversation. We'll schedule a meeting.
Well, funny, you can't hear anybody else but him talk.
I didn't let you in.
So it's all theater, folks. He's not actually talking to anybody. He left the show and let it just run for 30 minutes with dead air. And then he came back and he told everybody he was arrested. But he fucking made it up, folks. Proud Boys founder Gavin Mcinnes has reemerged 2 weeks after faking his arrest. So far, he hasn't acknowledged the whole stage arrest thing. How do we know he faked it? Well, he admitted it to one of his friends. Proud Boys founder Gavin Mcinnes on air FBI raid and presumed arrest were apparently faked. His good friend, racist troll comedian Owen Benjamin, dimed him out. Apparently, they had some interactions in text message where he says, prank, don't tell. And Owen says, you going to reveal it as a prank? Because I have friends writing blogs about it. Yeah. We're all writing blogs about how you were arrested and you're a victim so you can make a lot of money. Are you going to admit it was a prank? And he says, I never said they did. And he said, true. And so then Owen Benjamin told everybody. And so Gavin Mcinnes messaged him and says, did you spill the beans? Well, it looks like you did. We're done. I'm done with you. You told people. And Gavin is mad at me for telling people about this prank. I used to have an opener who did this hilarious prank and told me he had brain cancer, so I gave him money. When a woman fakes a rape, is that a hilarious prank to not spill the beans on? When I urged my listeners to donate to Gavin's lawsuit against the SPLC, was that a funny prank too? Vox was blogging about it. Everyone was scared and supporting him, and I knew it was fake and that he was never going to come clean. I'm sure now he's going to try one of his psychopathic pranks against me, so I'm setting the record here. I'm a professional comedian. And I have no idea how someone can claim that pretending to be raided by the FBI and never coming clean is comedy. I didn't even say his name directly when I streamed about it and said I still find him funny, but he wants to do the ominous and slightly threatening "we are done" bullshit before he can do his little pranks. This is what actually happened. I was getting hit up because the government was arresting commentators like Gavin and me. Vox was blogging about it. Everyone was scared. I asked him. He told me he was running a little scam and not to say anything, and he was never coming clean. Well, I can't stand this shit. I went to the right wing politically because I thought the left were grifting immoral liars. Yeah, that's bullshit. Boy, was I mistaken. Yes, you were, you fucking moron. His response should have been, I guess you didn't get the joke after I spilled his beans, or way to ruin the joke, but it's pretty obvious this was never a joke. It was an attention grift at the expense of his listeners and American institutions. I don't regret telling my listeners at all, and I don't pretend that I betrayed Gavin and I'm trying to sabotage the ride or some shit. I'm actually an honest dude who won't sit here and let people go along with the scam when I know the truth about it. And trust me, this isn't a prank. Ruining a prank doesn't get people saying we are done. And no, I don't burn every bridge and Gavin loves you. What's wrong with you? I'm not a political power or money-oriented person. Don't try and include me in your fucking scams or I'm telling people. So, good on him for telling. But yeah, this is what they're all about, folks. Grifting, that's all they do. They don't care about anything they say. They don't care about their positions. They're nothing but fakes, all of them. And they can never get enough. They're mentally ill. They just sit around and they're like, oh my God, I didn't grift enough money today. What can I do to grift even more money? And they just find any excuse they can to be the biggest fucking scumbag. So, yeah, here's your boy, Joe Rogan. You made this dude, Joe Rogan. Tell us how funny and amazing this guy is. You help support this Proud Boy terrorist bullshit. You gonna talk about it, Joe? Doubtful. You have no fucking integrity whatsoever goddamn ever. Scumbags. And here's the people that think Joe Biden is too divisive. This was at the last Trump rally. Joe and the hoe gotta go. Classy as always, conservatives. Way to own the libs with your classiness. And all right, folks. That's my Chud Watch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Get your super chats in. Gonna read them at the end of the show. What you gotta say? Dude is a real scumball. That's what they all are, though. Every one of them. Every conservative. Every one of them. 100%. This is what you are. No respect for you. Dusty, these are the kids that always picked on us in school. Hey, no one fucking picked on me in school. I'd pick up a goddamn desk and hit you with it. Dusty was little, but I didn't take shit from fucking nobody. Of course, I got thrown out of a lot of schools, so. Honestly, to be honest, I'm just pretending like I was a badass, but really I was way insecure. I was pathetic, and I would let people's insults on me. People did try to pick on me, and I would violently attack them, and that's insecurity. The correct response is just to laugh it off and walk away and not give a shit because you have nothing to prove to those people. But I wasn't like that at all. I was very insecure. So, yep, just lie for the bag. That's what they all do. They learn it from watching their daddy Trump. They love being abused. They love it. People will find out, I guarantee you, they will find out that Gavin lied about it and conned them, and they'll be like, I'm going to send him more money because sending him money owns the libs. Look how mad they will be that he lied about it. I know he lied about it, and I still sent him money. Think how upset the libs will be. I'm going to work at my job. I'm going to exchange my very finite, very valuable hours on this planet and then send it to a guy who's purposely scamming me to own the libs. You guys are the ones that are dumb. And all right, moving right along, folks. It's time for Beyond's Parody. And first off, on Beyond's Parody, folks, is your razor too woke? It might be. You ever be shaving and then your razor's like, we need more black folks in Lord of the Ring. And you're like, what the fuck? What is wrong with this razor? Well, you ain't got to put up with woke razors anymore because now we have anti-woke razors. Yeah, okay, sure. ABG, always be grifting. Introducing Jeremy's Razors. Over 75,000 people have made the switch from those woke razor companies that hate you. What's your excuse? Buy Jeremy's Razors. Yeah, first we had an anti-woke cell phone service, and now anti-woke razors, because of course, folks, why wouldn't we? And oh boy, I hope there's a website. What's that? There is? Amazing. Let's watch a video about anti-woke razor, folks. He's so cool.
Do you remember when there were two genders and only 1.5 of them had to shave their mustaches? Oh, hi. I'm Jeremy Boring, CEO and God King of the Daily Wire. Harry's Razors used to advertise on our shows. They're a great product, and we were happy to do it. That's before some peon who works for me went and said that boys are boys and girls are girls, and that was just too much for Harry's. They condemned our views held by millions of Americans and virtually every human who's walked the planet until about 15 minutes ago, as inexcusable. And they dropped their ads from our network because of what they called values misalignment. You're damn right our values are misaligned. And it's not just Harry's either. Gillette razors used to be the best a man could get. Then they decided that men are too toxic. Unless you're the kind of man who teaches his daughter to shave her beard. If that makes sense to you, keep buying Gillette. But if you've had enough of the woke bullshit, and you're tired of paying companies like Harry's and Gillette to hate you,
Bound parody to get, folks. This nation's a joke.
then buy my new razor instead.
75,000 customers.
Behold, Jeremy's Razors.
Making millions. Literally just buying the razors, probably from the same company that Dollar Shave Club gets them from. And just increasing the prices and sending them to you. You're literally paying extra for nothing. For nothing. Other than the grift. Other than somehow your razor's not woke anymore. Just mind-boggling. They're cucks. They love to be grifted. They love to be abused. They get off on it. It's kind of how, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed it before, but if you go to 4chan, If you go to their political boards, every post is about N-words and how horrible black folks are and how horrible trans people are and how trans people are ruining society and how trans people are disgusting and how trans people are the bane of the existence of mankind. And then you go to the porn section and 90% of the posts are transgender porn or interracial porn. That's who we're dealing with. They get off on it. And it's the same as this. They sit around and masturbate to the thought of getting abused by grifters. They can't send you money fast enough. It's kind of interesting, but it's also cringe as fuck and embarrassing that this is the country we live in. And speaking of crazy and beyond parody, did you guys hear about Trump trying to pay his lawyer bills with a horse? The fuck is with these rich guys and horses? Trump trying to pay a $2 million lawyer bill by giving somebody a horse. Elon Musk trying to get hand jobs by giving people a horse. Former President Donald Trump once tried to pay a lawyer with a horse. New York Times reporter David Enrich revealed in his new book, according to The Guardian, Trump offered the lawyer, whom he owed $2 million, the deed to a stallion. Enrich reported in Servants of the Damned, Giant Law Firms, Donald Trump, and the Corruption of Justice, out next week. The unidentified lawyer from the law firm that worked for Trump in the 1990s visited the former president at Trump Tower after he refused to pay, according to The Guardian. Trump made some apologetic noises. Then he said, "I'm not going to pay your bill. I'm going to give you something more valuable." Enrich wrote, per The Guardian, the former president then rummaged around in a filing cabinet and pulled out a deed to a horse, supposedly worth $5 million. Once he regained the capacity for speech, the lawyer reportedly said, "This isn't the 1800s. You can't pay me with a horse." Of course. Good God, but I have no problem believing this is true, folks, because it's Trump. He never pays his bills, and that's why he's stuck with these lawyers who are giving excuses on TV like, maybe the documents are invisible. That's the best he can get, and God love him. It's the best he deserves. And then, I don't think I've ever seen a better example of hypocrisy than what the good liars have done here. Holy shit, I'm not even going to tell you. Let's just play it.
What he said the other day was beyond absurd. And I'm just wondering, at what point do we let it go?
Talk about Biden?
Yes. When he's calling Americans names. We see what happened after Corona. They start coming after Chinese people, thinking that they had something to do with the China virus. So people are very influenced very easily. Now you're going to...
You said that people are coming after Chinese people...
Like in New York and stuff like that, you know, we're
because of the... You said the China virus?
Well, because you know how much in the media they amped it up. All right.
But so do you think that isn't calling it the China virus kind of like a racist way to talk about it?
No, because that was what Trump said. When they asked him why he called it China virus, he said because it came from China.
Right, but it's like kind of putting it on the groups of people, exactly what you said you didn't like.
No? What I'm trying to say is this, all right?
Sure.
All right. When people are very susceptible to believing things, okay, they take it in. What he said the other day was beyond absurd.
What the fuck? It's different. We do it, folks. It's the media is the reason that all these people were attacking Chinese people. No, it's you and your ilk and Trump for calling it the China virus, for putting it on them. It was literally your crew, the maggots, who were doing it. But never take responsibility for anything. They just live in another universe. How can you not see it, crazy lady? God damn. That is beyond parody. Love the Good Liars. Go subscribe to the Good Liars, y'all. And then, say what you want about Twitter, folks, but it is sort of amazing. Kate Martin said Olivia Wilde's mom ran for Congress in 2018 and accused her opponent of being a devotee of Bigfoot erotica. If that's a morsel of information that will be of interest to you, don't worry, darling group chat. And then somebody said, in all fairness, he was a big fan of a Bigfoot erotica. And then I guess this guy is name searching himself or something. And so he replied, and he's like, no, I wasn't. Don't be an idiot. That's right. It wasn't Bigfoot erotica. It was Loch Ness Monster erotica. Totally different. Bigfoot erotica, that's just weird. But Loch Ness Monster got that long throat, sexy as shit. So fuck you for lying about me. Hilarious, beyond parody. And then, folks, so apparently they have unearthed new audio footage where Dr. Oz is talking about cousin fucking. I don't know, whatever. Let's have a look.
Dr. Oz, you know I always get all these ask ye questions, so I'm going to ask you this, and you tell me if this is safe for this person, okay?
Uh-oh.
He said, yeah, I can't stop smashing my cousin. That means sleeping with.
Having sex with.
Thank you for
translating that.
I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that, by the way.
Smash. I know last time we taught you cuffing season.
Yeah, cuffing season.
We taught you cuffing season, that's right.
That's right. A second language. English is a second language for me. So, okay.
Okay, so he said, I can't stop smashing my cousin. We hooked up at a young age, and now in our 20s, she still wants it. No matter how much I want to stop, I always give it to her. Help me. Now, what advice would you give that person?
If you're more than a first cousin away, it's not a big problem.
Okay, so second cousin.
Yeah.
It's fine to smash.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny because I knew that.
Yeah.
How did you know that? Because you
I'm from
smashed
the
it?
country.
It's
Third cousins.
Yeah, it's
I don't know, folks. Like, I think on this one, I'm sort of on Dr. Oz's side. I mean, I'm from Mississippi, and everybody from Mississippi knows this. Second cousins don't count. It don't count, folks. That's just Mississippi rules. So, I don't know. I'm sort of with the cousin fucker on this one. What's up, cuz? How you doing out there? And then they made fun of him, of course, all over the place. Here's a clip from, I don't know, one of those late night shows. I think it's called The Late Show.
Pennsylvania Senate candidate Dr. Oz is raising eyebrows after suggesting in a newly unearthed radio interview that incest is not a big problem as long as it's more than a first cousin away.
If you're more than a first cousin away, it's not a big problem.
Looking for romance, but want to make sure you find that special someone who's right for you? Introducing OK Cousin, the new dating app from Dr. Oz that keeps love in the family. Here's how it works. We search your family tree to find eligible singles, and then we match you.
We have so much in common.
Like the same grandma.
After all, why go to loud, dangerous bars to meet someone when you can go to a family reunion?
Thanks, Dr. Oz.
So download Dr. Oz's dating app today from the makers of 23andMe Wanna Bang My Cousin.
Sign me up. Incest is the best. Put your cousin to the test. That's what we say here in Mississippi. So starting to grow on me, Dr. Oz. Starting to grow on me. But do you know who's not for cousin fucking? John Fetterman put out a statement. Yet another issue where Oz and I disagree. What you got against fucking cousins, Fetterman? What, you too good to fuck your cousin now? Uppity goddamn John Fetterman won't fuck his cousins. Don't abide by that. And then Little Bitty Shapiro's mad. He's mad, yo, because they put AOC on the cover of GQ. So he's like, the merger of celebrity and politics is complete. There is no real cultural difference between Jennifer Lawrence, Meghan Markle, and AOC. Their interviews are indistinguishable. This from a motherfucker who literally supports a game show host. Fucking reality show host. You love Ronald Reagan. Was a giant fucking movie star. What you talking about, Ben Shapiro? Of course, his words don't mean anything. No reason to take it seriously. They're all fucking jokes. And then, folks, the Gamers is mad. They're remaking games these days, and they're trying to make the women more natural looking. You know, like they look in real life. And for some reason, when you make a woman look natural to gamers, it's unnatural because they're so fucking weird. They're like, is it me, or is Amazon making young Galadriel hella ugly? This is not even a game. This is Lord of the Rings. Barely any cute feminine features like a real woman. Original on the Yef. Fan-made fix on the right. Hire fans. No. This is what she really looks like. This looks completely fucking unnatural. What are you talking about? You guys are weird. Better graphics is bad. It's not even graphic. That's just a fucking TV show. And then I'll be on parody. We're all trying to find the guy who did this. I love Fox News. They cause the problem. And they point out how effective they are at causing the problem, and then basically declare that that's proof that what they were saying is true. So Fox News has demonized the shit out of teachers recently. Then, like I showed you before, where Daily Wire was posting the fake book saying that sex education includes having your kids watch you have sex. Just, they lie. And then when they demonize teachers and they make the idiots that watch them believe their lies, they brag about it. Poll, trusting grade teachers down 11% from 2020. I wonder how that happened. Fox News. Yes, you're very effective in your propaganda. Way to brag about it. And speaking of propagandists, Newsmax has this alpha male, or is he a sigma? I don't know. I'm still a ligma male. But anyway, he ain't gonna turn down his thermostat because he's a man. I mean, yeah. At one time, Americans asked for the greatest sacrifice of our men. We asked them to storm the beach in Normandy. We asked them to fight the Nazis, to put their lives on the line as a sacrifice to help America. But during times of global warming, I won't even do the minimum to help out my fellow man. I won't even sacrifice a couple degrees off my thermometer. That's how much I love America.
All right, so let's talk about the situation out there, Kurt. Have Gavin Newsom's power police come and knocked on your door and told you to turn up your thermostat and not to charge your electric car?
Well, being a man, I don't have an electric car. I have a BMW like normal lawyers.
Right. You're not a man if you drive an electric car. So, hey, trans women, just buy an electric car and they'll stop claiming you're men. Once again, solve transphobia.
And as for my thermostat, I'm going to run it at 63. You know why? Because I'm an American, and I'm not going to accept this lowering of standards. You know, I moved to California 50 years ago. Ronald Reagan was the governor. It was a beautiful state. It's full of opportunity, and I got to make my dreams come true. I got this law firm.
That's right. And then he deregulated the business, and they polluted the entire earth and put all kinds of CO2 in the atmosphere, and the temperature shot to the fucking moon. And now the heat is so out of control because of unregulated, unbridled capitalism that you guys have to sometimes, every once in a while, dial the thermostat back a little bit in order to sacrifice and help your society. But you're not going to do that, are you? Nah, that's too much to ask because you're a patriot.
I'm a writer. I was a stand-up comic. I got to be an Army officer. I have a wonderful family. I mean, I've really lived the American dream, and it never occurred to me I couldn't do something in California. And now my beautiful state, thanks to the magic of socialism, which is the only thing powerful enough to overtake something as glorious as California, they're asking me to settle for blackouts. That's third world stuff. 20 years ago, if somebody said, yeah, California's not going to have enough power, we'd have put them in, we'd have taken a butterfly net and taken them to a loony bin.
These patriots won't do anything for America. Not even the tiniest little thing will they do for America. That's how much they hate the country. That's how entitled they are, how privileged they are, how embarrassing they are. So far from the patriots of the past, but of course, nothing they say is true. And folks, I know you're all worried. You're like, hey, when's Mike Lindell gonna overturn the election? I mean, he's already provided so much proof over and over and over again. When's it gonna happen? Well, don't worry, folks, because now he's got 100% proof. He's got the goods this time.
I have really great news. Well, I'll call it great news.
Good news, everybody.
It's 4%. There's only 4% of those counties so far that cyber guys have looked at that are not compromised. In other words, 96% of all the counties we've went through already, which is hundreds of them, have all been machine manipulated. And this is 100% evidence. So
100% evidence this time, folks. Now, last time he didn't have 100%. This time he's got it. Finally, he's got it, folks. 2 more weeks. Just 2 more weeks. I promise. I promise. 2 more weeks. And then, did you guys see Kevin Sorbo get mocked to shit and back? So, Kevin Sorbo thought he'd be cool as shit. Get out there and mock those who received student loan forgiveness. He's like, 40% of all plastic is only used once. It's kind of like a liberal arts degree. It's genius, hilarious, comedian, Kevin. Oh, he got us, folks. But it seems like Kevin Sorbo doesn't actually know what a liberal arts degree is. He just reads the word liberal and just assumes it's all bad. But like part of liberal arts degrees is like acting and writing and directing and movie making and art. You know, all the things that a successful actor might want to learn to have a good career, which he doesn't. So he got roundly mocked and destroyed, roasted on the internet. Not Plain Jane says, that's funny, Kev. I majored in Chinese history at a proudly liberal arts college, and now general counsel of a company having been partnered at a global law firm. The degree taught me writing, research, and critical thinking. Philip says, I went to a liberal arts university, been steadily employed with the same employer for almost 19 years. How's your employment going? Jafari says, Kevin does not realize that biology, mathematics, chemistry, environmental science, and physics all fall under the umbrella of liberal arts. But who needs any of that stuff? Am I right, Kevin? IC says, plastic has a long life cycle. It can be recycled and upcycled. The same can be said of Yo Korea. Burn. Bingles Resist says, I have a liberal arts degree. I've leveraged the communication acumen, critical thinking skills, intellectual discipline, research skills, and project teamwork I learned into a successful, well-paying job in finance for the last 40 years. Sorry about your intellectual inadequacies. JL says, you know what's a liberal arts degree? Acting, screen or stage directing, music theory and composition, set design, production design, film editing, writing. Liberal arts includes humanities, arts and sciences. Acting is an art. At least the way talented people do it. Are you saying we don't need these? Or do you not know what a liberal arts are? He doesn't know and he doesn't care. He's just trying to find a way to shit on the left. And like I said, their words don't mean anything. I bet he got 40,000 likes. Let's see for this bullshit. 25,000 likes, folks. That's all that matters to him. Got to feed the pleasurable chemicals in his brain by getting those clicks. And then on the Beyond Parody. So, I played you some of these clips before, folks, but I love these compositions, these montages. So I thought I would play you a clip from Ron Flipowski, who's a great guy to follow on Twitter, has lots of good tweets, from his new podcast where he did a montage of some of the dumbest things Maggot said. Always a good time. Let's have a look.
Oh, living, and we know living, ruling the world. And you don't take down evil by being quiet or silent, right? So people need to understand who they are. Do they look like them today? No.
You think Princess Diana is still alive?
Absolutely, 100%.
Perfect Trump rally day.
He brought this country back to God. He brought me back to God.
Definitely helped my relationship with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, so we do appreciate it.
Are you excited?
Yes.
What are you excited for?
The secret body.
Trump.
So what the best thing about President Trump is what?
He did so many things for our country, and he's a godly man, and he's coming back. He's coming back. People, it's not 2024. He's coming back now. They're gonna fix it.
I
know my whole family has turned liberal, and I don't know what happened because I didn't raise them that way, and they've all been brainwashed to think that he's the most horrible man ever when he's saving everyone.
Saving everyone.
We need to straighten this country up. I have children, and we need you, Trump. Our country is going to shit.
The FBI, when they came to my house, they wanted to know if I was plotting on overthrowing the government.
Wow.
Now, what am I supposed to answer to that? Oh, yeah, I am, actually, yeah.
Sir, he did so much for the black community.
Oh, yeah, I got the Trump jersey on and everything.
Look at the eagle right there. I mean, you've got the Mr. T starter kit for real. I mean, Mr. T ain't got nothing on you right now.
Nothing on me.
And he didn't have all this patriotic stuff either. You got the most important one of them all right there.
There you go.
He just said that if I swallow toothpaste,
You have to go to the emergency.
you're going to go to the emergency room.
Well,
Okay.
It says it on the tube of toothpaste. It says it on the box.
Right now, I want to talk about how you got 15 million Democrats to vote for President Trump.
Oh, on a handshake and my reputation of being the holistic guru of the world.
Unpopular opinion, I'm a flat earther, so I just been talking to some people today telling them why I believe what I believe. It's like I try to find common ground on, because most people would agree that we don't come from monkeys and that we didn't Big Bang, right?
Do your research on this right here. The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. This is bigger than Trump. This is bigger than any of us. This is bigger than any politician. This is a global plan to enslave you and your family and pretty much make you poor and dependent upon a global government.
So capitalism?
From there, we just grow. You know, Trump security, Trump patch here, the
Not a cult.
deplorables, Jexic, Ashley Babbitt, bikers against human trafficking. It's just a lot of patches we gain over the time, and we want to represent different groups.
He knows who we are. He points right at us.
He
We're
knows who
always
you
front
are.
row. He knows who we are.
This is the same people get the those donation emails. Me and my dad were sitting around talking about you. You haven't sent in your $10. We were very disappointed. Like, oh my God, he knows who we are. So anyway, there's a whole bunch, but I guess I'll keep going because I have showed you guys some of those before. I think this might be the same one. Is the same one or is this another one of mine? That's the same one. All right, that is my Beyond Parody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What you guys gotta say? It is a cult. No question about that. Holy mackerel. Fuck your God. Agreed. Paradox. Flat Earth, you say? Definitely real. I got my pillow at Big Lots. I am poor. It's probably just as good as anywhere else. And folks, who loves overtime? You do. You love it. You know you do. So reward me for overtime. Get in your super chats to show me your appreciation for the hard work I do. Gotta read them all at the end of the show. But for now, we're going to do a little thing I like to call
We could be heroes just for one day.
And first off, on tonight's hero section, Doc Brandon rises. He's back, folks, and he's growing on me. Giving him some shit, but he's kind of growing on me, and he nailed this, folks. He's doing his impersonation of Republicans who voted against bills, but then take credit for them. Doing his little Dave Chappelle white man voice, and it's pretty funny. He nailed this. Let's have a look at Doc Brandon do his thing.
Republican, not a single one, House or Senate, voted for that legislation. We also passed once-in-a-generation investment in our nation's roads, highways, bridges, railroads, ports, airports, water system, high-speed internet. We got a little help from Republicans, but not a lot, but enough to get it passed. But the truth is, there are a lot more Republicans taking credit for that bill than we actually voted for it. I see them out there, and now we're going to build this new bridge here. We're all for it. And by the way, this new road, and we're going to have an internet that's going to be all the way. I love them, man. They ain't got no shame. They don't have any shame.
Finally, Biden is waking up. That's right. Call them out. They don't have any fucking shame. Shamelessness is their fucking superpower. Don't let him get away with it. And while we're talking about Joe Biden, apparently he's doing pretty good in the polls lately. According to the latest polls, he has his widest lead over Trump in 6 months. So that's good. Hopefully that continues. Would be way better than let Trump get back in fucking office. And then Beto! Beto is actually killing it, folks. He has a shot in Texas. Will he win? I don't know, but at least he has a shot. But this is the kind of leadership we need.
After we win, not only will we make changes like making sure we have automatic and same day and online voter registration, not only
hell yeah
will we reopen the hundreds of closed polling places, the vast majority of which were closed in the fastest growing black and brown neighborhoods, but I promise you this, together we are going to replace Confederate Heroes Day as a state holiday with Election Day as a state holiday so you can take the day off and vote.
Hell yeah. Hero shit.
After we win. Not only
Republicans' nightmare is to make it easier for people to vote. The more people that vote, the easier it is for people to vote. They lose. The only thing they can possibly do is try to make it hard to vote. Cheat. Let's fucking go, Beto. And, I guess we'll skip that one. One more on the heroes list. Keffals! Keffals made the heroes list again, and I know I shit on CNN for sliding to the right, but CNN's still doing some okay stories. I guess I'll not be too hard on them. But Keffals made CNN and spoke very eloquently, handled herself incredibly well, and told a powerful story. Let's have a look.
I went out into the hallway. They told me to put my hands up. Honestly, in that moment, I thought I was going to die. I screamed, like, as soon as I saw the gun.
Clara Sorrenti recounts how online trolls called in a fake emergency, sending armed police to her home in Canada, a tactic known as swatting. Over the past month, she's been targeted, harassed, and stalked around the globe.
I'm so exhausted of having to constantly run.
Sorrenti is a trans activist and streamer on Twitch, a platform hugely popular among video gamers.
Hello.
Earlier this year, when Sorrenti began using the platform to talk about trans rights, she caught the attention of Kiwi Farms, a notorious online forum that has been used to organize transphobic harassment campaigns.
The first thing that they did was find the obituary for my dead father and use it to find his memorialized Facebook page. They were able to find a picture of my dad on the front porch of my childhood home, and from that, use Google Maps and figure out where that was located.
After Sorrenti's home in Ontario was swatted, she moved to a nearby hotel, but her harassers tracked her down there, remarkably using this photo of her cat on her hotel bed.
They were able to cross-reference what they saw on the bed sheets with every other hotel in the city until they found out that the specific bed sheets only had a pattern in this one hotel that I was staying at.
Eventually, she says her Uber account was hacked, allowing the online bullies to track her location. It was then she decided to leave Canada, coming here to Belfast in Northern Ireland to stay with her friend.
And I thought that if I got far away and went to a different continent, they wouldn't be able to do the same thing. And then it turned out I was wrong.
Somehow, her harassers tracked her down in Belfast. One of them even came to the apartment building she is staying at, taking this chilling photo full of trans slurs and posted it online.
Clara was in the middle of a stream on Twitch, and in the middle of it, we found out that on the website 4chan, somebody had posted a picture taken from right around here.
People have been trying to get this site offline for nearly a decade.
Sorrenti decided to take the trolls on, launching a campaign to get Kiwi Farms taken off the internet.
I know that there's always a threat against me as long as I'm standing up for this. The alternative would have been the site keeps going. And not only me, but the countless other victims of this site who get harassed relentlessly every single day would have to continue through that nightmare.
Sorrenti called for Cloudflare, a major US internet company, to stop providing cybersecurity services to Kiwi Farms that allowed the site to stay online. Cloudflare initially said no, but then reversed track over the weekend, citing imminent threats to human life. Sorrenti knows getting Kiwi Farms taken offline won't make all her trolls and harassers go away. What is your message to the people who are doing this to you?
I don't blame them, really, because...
Really?
Yeah, they got roped into a hate group. And once you get deep enough inside one of these things, it's really hard to get out. I want to show them more compassion than they've ever shown me.
It's a great way to handle it. She handled herself very well. Like I said on the last show, imagine if they used those talents, those investigative talents, that energy, into going after people that actually deserved it, like, the Saudi government, pedophiles, anybody, but trans people. That's their fucking target, because they're just garbage people for no fucking reason, just hatred. And I guarantee you, every one of those people, 100% of them, After they got off Kiwi Farms shitting on trans people, they went to 4chan and beat off the trans porn because it's some kind of it's the same thing how so many gay Republicans are self-hating. These people are so into it that they cannot stand it, and they just don't know how to deal with the way they feel. And so they lash out at the parts of themselves that they hate. It's so transparent and so fucking obvious. But hey, you're gone. You fucked yourself. Fucked around and found out you played yourself. And so good on you, Kelfalls. Welcome to the heroes list. And all right, what you guys got to say about it? Fuck the Queen, definitely. Great Canadian woman, hells yeah. Went back to 4chan, yep. That's where most of them are anyway. That's where they came from. They are the pedophiles, though. I mean, that's true. Guess they wouldn't dox themselves. If you're talking about the pedophiles, oh yeah, talking about the Kiwi Farms people. And all right, last section, folks, and last chance to get in your super chats if you want to, if you're able. It's time for some Slow News Week.
Slow News Week with Dusty Smith. Yeah!
Freak out the cats time, man. First off, on Slow News Week with Dusty Smith, folks, what even is Berlin? It's just the most random shit. I mean, I know Berlin is not actually a real place. It's just like a CGI'd city that they created as a goof, but holy shit, that place is nuts. I wish it existed in real life. And then on Slow News with Dusty Smith, they're gonna take your jobs, folks, your jobs. Remember when we were all worried about the foreigners, all the foreigners taking our jobs? Well, now the robots are taking the foreigners' job. You know, all the Korean and Vietnamese nail shops. Now they gotta compete with robots, and how they gonna compete with this, folks? Can't do it.
The average person spends 3,120 minutes a year on their nails. But robotics company Clockwork has got a solution for you. They say they will have you out the door in just 10 minutes with their robot manicure machine, with a goal to revolutionize a $6.5 billion nail industry.
You gotta compete with that.
Now these robots are in select locations across the country, including 6 Target stores, giving customers there the option to sign up for $10 manicures. And it could be
first the AI took the artist job, and now gonna take the nail people's job. Sorry, Koreans and Vietnamese people. Sucks. And I was gonna play. This was supposed to be in the Queen is Dead section. I guess I won't play it. It was Nick Fuentes bragging about the Queen dying and how she represents white supremacy, and it's awesome, but I won't play that. Did you guys hear about the fact that Trump is so fucking petty that he would not reveal the portraits of Michelle and Barack Obama? So they have this traditional thing where after you leave the White House, the next president invites you back and they unveil the paintings that they made of you. But Trump, of course, whiny piss man baby, couldn't do the decent thing, didn't have them back. So Trump refused to unveil Barack Obama's official portrait of the White House, breaking a 40-year tradition. So Dark Brandon picked up the slack, had Barack and Michelle out to unveil their portraits. That's not it. And Michelle gave a little speech. Was pretty good. Let's hear a little part of it.
But I've always wondered, where does that supposed to come from? Who determines it? And too often in this country, people feel like they have to look a certain way or act a certain way to fit in, that they have to make a lot of money or come from a certain group or class or faith in order to matter. But what we're looking at today, a portrait of a biracial kid with an unusual name and the daughter of a water pump operator and a stay-at-home mom. What we are seeing is a reminder that there's a place for everyone in this country. Because as Barack said, the two of us can end up on the walls of the most famous address in the world, then again, it is so important for every young kid who is doubting themselves to believe that they can too.
There's such a difference between the class and grace between Michelle and Melania and Trump and Obama. Just such a stark difference between Republicans and Democrats. For anybody that says the two parties are exactly the same, that's so fucking stupid. Makes me have no respect for you when you say shit like that. And folks, I'm super glad I don't have any kids. But if I did have a kid, I definitely wouldn't make this mistake. Buying this kind of toy for your kids. That's mental suicide.
Every day. Every day. Oh, God, I love.
Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Don't make that mistake next time. Why didn't you just get her a drum set? Dummy. And, oh, here's the, I got these in the wrong order, but here's the portraits that they unveiled. There's Barack. Man, who the fuck painted that? That's like some photorealistic shit. Was that AI? And then, she looks pretty. Not as photorealistic as this one, but she definitely looks pretty in it. So I can see why they chose that one. Good portraits. And then one more in the slow news week. Apparently there was this exotic dancer turned MMA fighter. And she was like, hey, it doesn't matter what size you are. Psh, I've heard that before. Lies! Lies! It definitely matters the size of things. Don't lie to me to make me feel better. Anyway, she's like, it don't matter what size you are. Technique is all that matters, so I can go against this sumo wrestler. Let's see how that goes for her. So as soon as they both put their fists down, it's on. She's like, there it goes. Now it's on. He's like, come get some. And she's like, look at this. Yeah, that didn't work. No. Size definitely matters. So anyway, that's why they're big like that. Makes sense. And all right, I got one more, and it's a Karen video. And I don't have like but one Karen video, so I'm not going to play the Karen intro, but I'm going to play the Karen video. And this lady, I think she must just be mentally ill or something. I don't know. I hate to make fun of the mentally ill, but I guess we're gonna a little bit. So apparently there's a restaurant, and they were painting a sign out front, and this guy doesn't even work there. He was there installing the point of sale system. You know, it's the computers that they sell stuff on. And she comes up and starts yelling at him outside and accusing him of putting shellac, you know, the paint thinner or whatever, in people's foods. And she not all there. Let's have a look.
I'm so excited to meet my first real life Karen.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
What's going on?
This is Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea Handler.
I get to, is she joking or is this serious?
No, I'm serious. I'm serious as a fucking heart attack, you rotten bastard.
What's going on?
I'm serious as a fucking heart attack!
Yeah. Serious about what?
How long did it take?
What are you talking about?
How long did it take?
How long did what take?
How long did it take to get the shellac in your food?
What does that mean?
How about your bartenders?
What?
Are they all women?
I have no idea. I don't work here.
Who named it?
Not me.
What happened to the restaurant before it was here?
Obviously, they didn't make it.
They didn't make it?
It seems that way. If they're not here. I'm sorry?
You going to Noah's today?
What is Noah's?
Noah's in Stonington?
I don't live around here.
You don't even know Noah's.
I live in Situate.
I just can't do this anymore. It's too much fun. Right here.
You got
hey, you two!
Any more? Ah, there it is.
Your channel, you
there
fucks.
It is. All right, awesome.
Did you get to Chelsea?
Who's Chelsea?
Chelsea Handler.
What about her?
I don't know. She's a fucking rich bitch that's really loony that loves to speak her mind.
Looks like you're missing just the rich part, huh?
Are you Greek?
Am I what?
Are you Greek?
Am I Greek?
Yeah.
No, I don't have enough hair to be Greek. Oh, you're gonna record me now? All right.
That's smelling really good. There you go. Fucking make sure she's a chef. How about that? Never did that.
All right, hey, it's
Not in a million fucking years have I ever done that!
Oh man, every time I think you're done, you just step it up a bit.
Not in a million fucking years
All
have
right.
I ever put shellac in someone's food! You
All right.
got that, you fucking...
Woo, you're gonna have a heart attack.
I don't even believe what I'm fucking seeing.
I hope you do enough cardio.
No, I don't. You want to see my tummy too?
No, it's clearly.
I'm told I look like shit at the beach.
Well, it makes
or
sense.
I would look like shit at the beach.
All right. All right, I gotta get back to work. Hey, this has been great. I was super excited for this. Thank you so much.
Leave him alone, Karen. He just trying to do his job. Go sober up somewhere, and now you're internet famous. Not sure that's what you wanted, but it's what you got. And all right, folks, that's my material. If you bail out, please hit the like button before you go. Gonna read the super chats. Water Polo Wizard, $5 Australian. A little bit of down under money from y'all future motherfuckers. What's up? Debbie Wicks, 99 cents. Thank you, Debbie. Wink. John Bliss, Bannon goes to prison. He'll write his Mein Kampf. He's more dangerous in some ways than Trump. He's a right-wing octopus. Lots of reach overall. Yeah, he doesn't even really care if he goes to jail, because he knows all he has to do is like play the victim and grift like a motherfucker. Once he gets out, he'll be even richer, and they're willing to go to jail to make money. That's how mentally ill they are when it comes to money. Darian Meza, $10. Loving your content for years now. Keep it up. Vamos, amigos, loco. Hey, beans in the seas to you too. It's Red Fox. You can't get mad at me for that. Charlie Kelly, what's up, Charlie Kelly? $5. Thank you. Silent Night, $2. Thank you, Silent Night. Danielle Roman, $10. Dusty. Some would think of us as fringe, as atheists, progressives, etc., expect us to be inflammatory. But up in the chat, you're following Miss Thoughtful and non-trollish. Well done, bro. Yes. I was so embarrassed of my audience before when I was more like doing chud shit. I didn't do a whole lot of chud shit, but so much more proud of you guys now. Love you guys. Thank you for being cool. Ryan McFadden. I've been hearing a lot of AM conservative radio callers confessing they know other conservative females going to vote Democrat and protest next election. Good. About to get what you fucking deserve. Zachariah Schmidt, if you know Lee Kemp, what's your opinion? I do not know Lee Kemp. I don't have one, but thank you. And keep on the good work. Moose Burger, $50. Woohoo! Amazing. Cat wants to do a little kitty party. Just knocked over the kitty trays. We'll do a kitty party at the end, cats. We'll do a kitty party. Just hold your horses. We'll get there. Thank you, Moose Burger. Tonight's kitty party in your honor. Appreciate you. Don't show anybody my clip speakers. Those are private. Those are for me only, cat. Urban Mosque, how to fight conservatives. Look at what they accuse you of and investigate them. They're either doing it or planning to do it. The projection party, yep. Every accusation is a confession when it comes to conservatives. Cuba Lover, it's like Orwell's 1984, where it says 2 + 2 = 5 instead of 2 = 4 = 4. When you talk about conservative logic, I know, right? And they'll still believe it. They don't believe it, but they'll try to convince you that they believe it. Don't fall for it, though. If there's no God, here I can stay. Hell yeah. Stay with the cool kids. Cuba Lover 1992, Dusty, are you afraid of what Trump is doing? All right, I already read that. Anything? Thanks, D. Hey, thank you, MJ. And okay. Gonna do a little Q&A and a kitty party at the end. Before you guys go, please hit the like button. Also, consider becoming a patron. Patreon.com/Codcast. There's a link in the description of the video. You know how it works. Do all the things. And buy my book. Link in the description of the video where you can get a copy of Harrowing Tales of Woke. Gonna be double the length it is now. Awesome, awesome, cool, all of the things. And now, let's do a little Q&A. What you guys have to say for me? You know what I watched the other day, folks? I watched that, Thor, Love and Thunder, and it was bad. It was not a good movie. I didn't think so. Now, they try to make it a comedy, which I'm okay with. You know, they trying to all kinds of different variety on these superhero movies, and I'm cool. And apparently they got the rights to use a lot of Guns N' Roses songs. They're like, hey, let's just make a Thor movie revolving around Guns N' Roses music. All right, cool, fine. My problem with it was too kiddie. There's all these fucking kids and just ruins the whole fucking movie. I wish the same people that get so mad about woke movies, oh my God, there's a badass woman in this movie. It's woke. Oh my God, there's a couple black folks in this movie. It's woke. I wish that they would evolve. And instead of being pissed off at movies with like women or minorities in it, they start getting pissed off at movies with kids in it. Because kids ruin fucking everything. Instead of like woke, they should be worried about movies that are tyke. Oh my God, this movie is so tyke. Hey, once you go tyke, your money takes a hike. No kids in movies. And if you have a kid in a movie, they can't be fucking badass. Fuck that. Although I did see that movie, The Black Phone, and it had a kind of a badass kid in it, and it was okay. So it just depends, I suppose. If you want a comedy and crazy storylines, you should go see Bullet Train. All right. I will check that out as soon as I have an opportunity to do so. Will you ever go back to your old style of short videos? I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do. I can't tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow. Anything's possible. Incest should be legal and shouldn't be mocked. Both things are true. Everything is okay to be mocked. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is above being made fun of and having jokes made about it. So incest is perfectly fine. But hey, if you want to fuck your cousin, I literally could not give a shit list. You're consenting adults. You do you. When Barack Obama was at Harvard, he lived on the same block as me in Somerville. And I never knew it. Well, you missed out. Could have hung out and smoked weed with Barack Obama. Never get that opportunity back. Have you seen the documentary Inside the Mind of a Cat? I have not. Do you recommend it? You go, Tyke. You ain't all right. I like it. Put it on a t-shirt. Have you ever seen the movie Annihilation? It was so weird. I don't think so. Doesn't ring any bells. All right. Let's finish it up with the kitty party. You guys know you want it. You know you want it. All right. Let's go big screen. Boom, big screen. Now let's shift this over. Hopefully there's no titties in the background. Keep your titties in your goddamn shirt. If there's anybody in this room with me, I don't know, but all right. Kitty party time. Kitty party time. Somebody sent me these they're reveal whole tuna loin. Let's see who shows up to eat some tuna loin. Misty loves this shit. All right. Wait, hold up. Hold up. We working it out, folks. All right, here you go. Here you go. All right, we got a CC, got a pretty boy, got a fat katana. Ooh, they're all coming out. Smells good, huh, guys? Got a half stash. There's a Mr. Penguin. Got a Misty. Even Violet showing up. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 out of the 10 tonight at the kitty party. A very successful kitty party. Hell, yep, I dropped it on my bed. That's not what I wanted to do. I'll give you guys more treats in a second, but cool. All right, awesome. We did it. Hooray. Another amazing show. Thank you for everybody who supported the show tonight. You guys are awesome. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Leave comments. I go back after every show and I watch it again on mute, read everything you guys say. So I hear all your comments, all your suggestions. It means a lot to me. For the Mighty Warriors, for the kitties, woohoo! Thank you for getting it in. BSG Wolf, you rock. Love the shit out of you guys. Hey, I will be back on Monday? Probably. I will probably be back on Monday if history is any guide. So you guys have an awesome fucking weekend out there. I love the shit out of you. I'll see you soon. Buy my comic book. It's funny, yo. And as always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. All right, let's play Killer from an 80s movie to play us out. An original song by Dusty Smith, available on my SoundCloud. Also, a link in the description of the video for that if you want to listen to it. Good night, everybody. Fuck yeah. Do it. Play the song. Oh, shit, y'all. He coming. Run, motherfuckers.
Good night, y'all.